Does it have a, like, you know how some of them say if they've got a certain amount or below, it automatically affects or doesn't affect them?
Oh, big dumb
A
birds.
creature with an intelligence score of 2 or lower.
Okay, so it has an intelligence score of 3.
Oh.
It's honestly good catch, because I would not have thought of
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't have thought of it either.
So the first one's a 9 minus 1, the second one's a 4 minus 1, and this third one is a 2 minus 1.
Alright, we got this.
Wait, why is it only -1? Wait, they are just. Oh no.
They are big dumb stupid birds.
Does that mean they have a 9 intelligence?
They're
Oh
not your traditional big
no.
dumb
I was gonna say,
birds.
please tell me the Rattan story about a bird.
I can roll a d6 for you if you would like. Oh, remind you. That was my attack. Let me just make sure I'm writing down spells. And can I precious seconds myself? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that 100%.
Basically, what you see is a tear in the fabric that you know to be reality, and then just this beautiful pink glittering energy, just in like a rip kind of style. And then out steps a very familiar green dragonborn with an owl on his shoulder. Rex and Peepers have returned.
I don't see him. There he is.
Hold on! Give him a second!
There he is.
In the absolute fucking chaos that this place is, Rex, you see big fuck off birds. You don't see Rattan. You do see Cassian looking like he's fleeing towards you as you step out of this portal. You see Lynn riding Sebastian over the edge of the ship. And you see a red tiefling in the claws of the purple-green giant fuck off bird who has landed on the deck, and you see just a lot of bad happening, basically. You see that you see an individual that you know from the spring ball who seems to be maintaining their concentration on a glowing purple arcane ring that is completely around the ship itself, and you see a second ring towards the back, but from where you are, you cannot see the people on the back deck. So you have no idea what's going on up there. And I will explain the ship to you after the combat.
Yep.
But just for your reference, all the staircases and ladders are 20 feet because each deck is 20 foot higher than the previous.
Got it.
It is your turn, however.
Oh, those are big. Cassian wears rattan, and he's seeing like it looks Lynn's aggressively facing this bird, right?
Lynn is
doing his best to aggressively face it.
Lynn looks like he doesn't want to be there, but he has his weapon drawn. You can see that whereas Lynn is normally like gung-ho, you can see there's definitely a very obvious reservation in his posture. But it's not that he's not attacking, it's just like he's on top of Sebastian, who's already a predator, facing another predator, and he's not really sure how he feels right now, but he's definitely in fight mode.
Okay. Alright, well.
And everyone else on deck is in fight mode too.
Got it. Okay, attack these things. We'll talk later. And he's going to use yeah, he's just gonna Eldritch Blast the one that Lynn is facing, so blue-green.
Yep.
And
you have range for days, so go for it.
Yeah. First one.
Yeah, you hit. It's in GM, but it hits. It's okay.
Damn it, why is that clicked?
No, it's okay.
So yeah, it's 5 floors, second one, same guy.
Yep, you're good.
And yeah, that's all he's gonna do.
Okie dokie. Anything that you would like Peeper specifically to do?
No, well, actually, no, because we'll see what happens this round just in case.
Ivory's going to maintain the one in the claw, who is now in the claw, smooshed on the ground, so there's absolutely very few... She could try. She probably could throw this bird off her, but she's not gonna. She's gonna keep hacking and slashing. Maybe not with those natural numbers. No, she still hits, thankfully. Yeah, she hits both times, so that's fine. I need D6s. Ooh, nice. This bird is now bloodied. She is just slashing at his ankles. Spraying his blood all over the deck now. Sorry, Cassian. The crew members are going to try and hurt the birds. The bloodied one misses. The other one does not. So it does a... You know, you'd think I'd remember. It's a D8. And then the other two, one of them's gonna try and... Oh no, they're both free. Because one of them passed the fuck out. Because it died. Didn't die. Death saving throw for that one though. Well... They missed. Okay. Lynn is going to use his advantage. Thank God, because one of those is a natural one. He hits. He hits with that one as well. And well, I rolled thank God he had advantage because all three of those had a natural one in them.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
He hit with the other two. While I'm doing this, Rattan, it's your turn.
Okay. Rattan's gonna do what Rattan's gonna do. This is gonna be weird. Shit. Because I see this guy over here essentially bleeding out.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna have to burn it. I'm gonna burn in Misty Step to get down there. That's my bonus action. Take that away. And then I will use my action to reach down and healing hands this guy for 11 hit points.
Okay, thank you for doing that.
Rattan gonna do what Rattan gonna do.
He rolled a 1 on his death save.
I assumed that I was going over there even before that happened. But yeah. And that's all I got. That's action, bonus action. I'm gonna stay put right here.
Okay. Well, you Misty stepped away from him, so
I know.
odds or evens, Fern.
Whatever it is, hit Lynn.
Oh!
That's not what I asked. Odds or evens, Fern.
Evens.
I rolled a 2, so yes. You're gonna hit Lynn.
I'll be back over there in a fucking second, buddy.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Minus D6.
Still hit. And that will also still hit.
What?
Yeah. Unfortunately. So I
Oh,
need this handful first. Oh, no, wait. And it is going to have, you know what? Some roll me a D100. Pick high or low.
Alright, we're gonna go high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So it doesn't manage to get a grip on Lynn because of the way that Sebastian's maneuvering him. However, Lynn is bloodied.
I'm fucking doing my best. I'm fucking doing my best.
It does get a intelligence saving throw at the end of its turn.
Intelligence save. No!
Alright.
I'll put a marker on for your spell. Because they're all hit by it, eh? Alright, this one here. I was gonna try saw Rattan touch one. Can't reach Rattan. So I was gonna try and take out competition again. 20, yeah, -6. Yeah, no way.
Yeah. It's not helpful when it has like a very high to hit.
Yeah. So
I wish I was in range, but
he's down again.
god damn it.
Base damage without bonuses put him on his ass.
Yeah.
And then the other one, which is grabbing. And he is grappled and not looking so hot. And Valeria and her team are defending. They don't really care, to be honest with you. This one's gonna try and pet you, Rattan, at disadvantage because you're invisible.
That's purple green?
Yes.
Disadvantage and a minus D6.
Fuck
Let's
yeah,
go.
don't hit Squishy Pally.
It's gonna hit anyway.
Please don't hit me.
Are you sure? Because I didn't roll very high.
Oh, thank God.
And the D6.
And the D6.
So it was a 1 and a natural 5 on the dice. -5.
Yeah, the 5 turned into an 18, right? And then -5 turned into 13.
Well, but it was disadvantage, so it takes the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's this one. My God, my brain.
Yeah.
If
Jesus
it had been the
fuck.
higher one, it actually still would have hit me. I want you to
Yeah.
know that.
And then
Yeah.
try and crush.
It has to roll a fucking 4 to not hit me.
Oof. Yeah, she's not looking so hot.
I'm playing the wrong healing class.
Cassian.
Fuck. Alright. I'm gonna. Fuck, man. I'm gonna use Tasha's Mind Whip on the one that's holding down Red Tiefling. So it's
Okay.
another intelligence saving throw.
Natural 20.
Wow. Fuck.
I mean, it still
Bitch.
fails.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh my
Even
god,
with the
this
natural 20,
is so
it still fails.
Hell yeah. I'll fucking take it.
It still failed. So what?
Alright. It takes 11 psychic damage. And it can take a reaction until the end of its next turn. And on its turn, it can either move, take an action, or a bonus action. Only gets one.
Just one action or its action?
It says in action.
Okay.
Takes an action.
And for the sake of multi-attack is why I'm asking.
Yeah, I figured. I don't know how that works out, but it's just in action. On a successful save, takes half as much and other effects, but it failed. So there's that.
Yeah.
And then, oh god, I'll precious seconds her again.
Okay.
She seems important, more important than the crew. To be
The
fair.
general crew. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She has a character portrait. She must be important.
More important. I'm trying to keep you in here. I'm trying to keep us all going. Oh, hey, Rax, by the way, Retan's invisible somewhere.
Invisible somewhere.
And then I'll have Sebastian attack the hippogriff as well, or the bird as well.
Yeah.
It can do that. Does Sebastian get an advantage or no?
Technically speaking, yes.
Okay. Never attacked the Sebastian before. 24. Dude.
Yes, Sebastian hits.
All right. For 4 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Roll the 1 on the dice, and then a claw attack. For a dirty 20.
Yeah.
12 slashing, not bad.
Nice.
Go, Basti,
Going,
go!
Sebastian.
Just like, fuck you, I'm the better bird, bitch.
You hear angry, proud squawking,
Chest puffing.
which you assume means "fuck you, I'm the better bird, bitch."
Yes. I'm blue.
Right.
Fuck you.
I. Never mind. Carry on. Rax, go.
So, green yellow isn't looking too hurt, while the other ones
Green yellow looks to be the least labored at the moment, but also looks to be doing the most damage,
are. All right. So,
as he has a lifeless individual and an almost lifeless individual at its feet. It is also 10 feet up in the air.
if Rax were to go here, would he be able to still see it?
20 feet, probably not, because the deck itself is 20 feet, and that's the edge of the deck you're
So would
standing
he have to
next
get here or one step back, do you think?
Probably one step back. Well, I mean, you have spell sniper, so it doesn't matter about cover.
Yeah.
But for
Well,
you to see it here.
The main concern being visual, I just wanted to make sure I was close enough because he's going
Yeah,
to
you can
cast
see it.
this. Bold monster.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Alright. It gets a -6 on this as well, Cassian.
Oh,
No?
Attack rolls, ability checks, and things to maintain concentration.
18 then as the roll.
Succeeds.
Succeeds. Well,
I
succeeds.
fuck that. Am I in range? Am I in range?
It's 10 feet up and you're 20 foot down, so it's 30 feet above you. It's 30 feet up, however far away it is from you.
I'm double checking.
And you have to, yeah,
Yeah, that have to be 30 feet.
yeah, unfortunately, unless you're underneath it.
Oh well.
Anything for Peepers? Peepers is so itty bitty next to these birds. Sorry.
Yeah. Wait. That was my action bonus.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
Bonus, he's gonna pull out the... Still have one, right? Yes. He's gonna pull out one of the green potion with the little feather on it.
Mm-hmm.
Peepers is still on his shoulder when he moves.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna hold that up. She's gonna grab it.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna go 20 feet up, 30 feet out, and start making her way in that direction.
20 feet up from where she was.
Yeah, that was... Yeah.
And 30 feet, you said, out?
Yeah, it was here it said 30 feet. That's 2 over, so that's... I think it would total 60 feet. Yes.
20, 35, 45. 60 feet would get her here-ish.
Here-ish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep.
Including the 10 feet up. Okay,
Yep.
Ivory is maintaining. Very unhappy in this thing's claw, but she wants it dead. Alright, so. Yep, that'll. That one will hit as well. Okay. So. Make sure I really wish she would fucking crit. Yeah, this thing's looking pretty rough. She's still not trying to break out though. Her team is gonna try its best, but so far they're not doing so hot. Oh! Okay, so they both get shots on this one.
Woo!
Roll minimal damage. Oh, that's not their sheet. Okay. Let's see.
For the death saving throw, by the way,
Mhm.
he's within 10 feet of me, so he does get, because it is classified as a saving throw, it counts.
Okay, yeah, that's not unfortunately helping his rolls.
Fucking Christ.
And that guy uses his to break free.
That's his first death save after I healed him?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, unfortunately, Ratan, this guy is now on self-preservation.
I know. Get the fuck out of here, buddy. No, I don't blame him. Fucking go.
Because of an ability he has, neither one of these doesn't get a attack of opportunity, and because of casting things, this is opting not to get its reaction because it can't have its reaction. Lynn is going to attempt to do Lynn things. does Lynn things. Oopsie. And then, Bertan, it will be your turn.
Cool. Fuck. Ah. I'll move up here. If I don't heal this guy, he dies. If I don't kill this thing, he's gonna die anyway. Oh, this is why I shouldn't be trusted to be the fucking healer. I'm gonna try to just go at this one because I
Green
know
purple?
it's. Yeah.
Okay.
Does that one have any idea where I am? Since I Misty stepped and I was invisible when I did it.
I'll give you a stealth at disadvantage, so it would be a wash.
There, yeah.
Just because you have been actively healing, so
Cool.
it has an idea of where you are.
Okay, cool. That's all that I needed to
It
know.
knows that
Alright.
something is there. It doesn't know
Yep.
where it is.
Cool. Whack. Maybe. 19?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's pop another one of these in there.
15's your
Should
sweet spot.
Okay. It should actually do it correctly this time. There you go. So it takes 6 radiant, 10 from Alefira, 1 radiant. God, my radiant damage is fucking sucking right now.
Okay.
And then second one, hiya. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing that. But it does still take a whopping 4 radiant damage and 7 slashing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna bonus action try to whack it. I just gotta do something here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's 7 radiant, 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
That's my whole fucking turn.
Okay, casting odds or evens?
Odds.
I rolled a 6.
Well,
First one's...
we'll see what happens when Sebastian goes away, I guess.
Well, it's funny you say that because I just rolled a natural 20
Yeah.
to hit Sebastian.
I can't do anything about that. No way. If Sebastian's gone. With the amount these things are doing damage is not there.
Yeah, unfortunately with just the base damage, Sebastian gone.
Shit.
You
When?
poofs away.
Yeah. And Lynn starts falling.
Fuck.
It does. Maybe he has slow fall. I don't know how that shit works for him.
He starts falling. I mean, like, he technically starts falling on his turn.
Fucking Christ.
So yeah, and now the only target it does have is either Lynn or the things on the boat, and Lynn can't fly to its knowledge. So I'm gonna roll to see if it's smart enough to realize Lynn is in danger, or if it's just gonna keep attacking the thing that's been hurting it. And I rolled a natural 20. These dice are hot. So unfortunately, it is smart enough to know Lynn is falling. It drops its prey to kill it. So it is going to turn around and start attacking the people on the boat.
Shit.
Actually, you know what? I'll give it... Yeah, it's smart enough to know. So it does manage to connect.
Minus D6 on those attacks.
If it fucking matters. You never know.
Yeah, it still hit. Excuse me. So this person is unconscious. Oops. It's on. Okay, and that is its turn. The one near Rattan is going to, because it can't see Rattan, and has movement speed for days, so it's gonna come and flap its way over here, chasing its prey.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep,
Not that it's gonna do anything because I don't have Sentinel, but
because were you still flying? Because it was 10 feet off the ground.
I have a 10-foot reach.
Cool.
But that's
You
13.
missed. So that'll... With the -6, it misses the thing, but it also sees Cassian down here, so odds or evens for its second attack.
Evens.
I rolled an evens. It's attacking the guy again. And it misses again because of your -6. It makes an intelligence saving throw, but it's gonna fail because there's no way it can pass. But it's trying.
It's trying.
Valeria's watching, her men are watching. This one is gonna try and a natural 1, it fails. That one's fine, so it does get to try and crush. Okay, Cassian, you have a big bird in your face. It is currently 5 feet off the ground, so it is technically 25. Well, no, it's actually 5 feet above you.
Alright. This is gonna take me a second, so I'm gonna run away.
Okay.
There's a reason why I'm not using a spell right now. 5, 10, 15.
It gets a 14 to hit you.
14 will miss.
It rolled a natural 1.
I'll take it. So I'm backing up
In fact, it gets a 10 to hit you.
to here. I can still see Lynn, right?
20 feet. He was over on Sebastian.
Yeah, so he's like in the air. He hasn't started dropping yet.
Yeah, so you can just see Lynn.
I'll take it.
Do I need to pull your handy onto the map?
What? No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Oh no!
That's risky to do that. Fuck, Zoe.
What?
I'm just double checking. These things can hold on. Can the
Well,
noodles,
actually, with the bird in your face, it's really hard to see Lynn.
yeah. Can the noodles don't fly. They kind of just
What?
hover. The
Noodle dragons.
Oh, noodles. No, they've got, like, they hover.
They hover. They wouldn't. So, like, if I were to do that on land, he would just still fall down to the ground, right?
Technically, no. Because it's hovering.
Okay.
It can't, like, go any higher, but it's technically also not gonna fall.
Okay. I can deal with this. I can this is something I can work with.
Whoopsie. Where did I put them? There they are.
Okay.
Amazing.
Alright.
Yeah, it's technically speaking, it is levitating. So
Yeah, that's what
As
I
long,
was like.
probably as long as he doesn't leave that space.
Yeah.
no, it is levitating.
So
Yeah.
fucking weird. I hate physics.
Yeah, I know.
So, who are you turning Lynn into?
Yeah. Well, I had one that I wanted to turn Lynn into, but
Are you in range?
polymorph?
Yeah.
Polymorph range is 60 feet.
20 feet up. And technically, he's 25 feet up from you right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it. For the case of the few feet, I'll give you it.
I mean, I'll move there instead. If
Yeah,
it's-
that'll do it.
Yeah. I'm just finding the right dragon for the moment. Oh god, Zoe, this is rough. This is rough.
This has been a day.
Not him. I'm looking for a specific one. Here we go.
If you told me the type, I would have been able to tell you.
I'm going to transform Lynn into Toki.
Ah.
And it will. I'm double checking the 5th level upcast. Mental cell. Yeah, I'll do the upcast for Tiki's mental cell.
Vitelki? Okay.
Yeah, which is will be used on that fucking rock.
Kind of a rock, not a rock.
Yeah. You know what I mean.
Well, it's gonna fail it. Unless I roll it. Yeah, it fails.
Okay.
So roll the damage just for shits and giggles.
For shits and giggles.
Yeah, you
It's,
roll the damage.
The creature
It's
fails
5d10.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, let's.
No,
fucking
sorry.
roll.
It's 5d12.
Yeah, I thought it was 5d12 for a second.
Yeah.
Alright, 5d12. Sure, 5. $28.
Cool. So, you all watch this beautiful noodle dragon appear, and what you're seeing is that with this long twisting body and this sort of jade green color, it comes up to what looks like a fox head with antlers, rather than what you'd be expecting a traditional dragon's face to look like. Beautiful piercing blue eyes that matches the what can only be explained as the definition on the tips of the horns and the wisp of the fur that is coming from its face. And it takes one look at this big bird and tilts its head. And you watch as what looks like an illusionary deep purple cage form around this bird. It screams in pain. Like, it hurts. And then you watch it pop. And feathers go everywhere inside this cage.
One down.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Alright.
And then the dragon, where Lynn used to be, just remains in the air.
Alright.
And its whole body is doing like that wiggly thing like you see in anime. It has no arms or legs.
So I was here. It was 5, 10, 15. 20. I'll move back this far. And I mean, this guy. I mean, I can still. I can still see her, kinda, or no?
No, because of all the stuff on the actual edge of the platform. There's like crates and boxes and weaponry that is stacked there and attached there. You cannot see her.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pop it out.
That's okay.
Do I don't need to see them though for this.
Within 120 feet of yourself, including yourself. Nope.
Yeah, I'll do it again. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking do it again. Hit the fucking button one more time.
For the tiefling?
For the tiefling.
Okay.
Keeping them up like a little bit. It doesn't do much. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Sorry that took a long time, guys.
No.
Okay, it happens.
And polymorph is concentration, or just
Yeah,
it happens?
I put a little token on myself to know I have
There you go.
concentration.
Don't put the unconscious one on yourself.
Oh, sorry. That one, like, for me, it looked like meditating, dude. Yeah.
Rex.
So okay, that's good.
That happened.
Well, that's what Rex actually said. Okay, that's good. And then he's gonna just point at this one that's chasing the guy, and he's gonna fire a ray of sickness at it.
Okay. Is there a saving throw?
That one's to hit.
No, it's a 2 hit.
It has to hit
Sorry.
first.
And then you're good? Yeah, go for it.
First thing. And DC 17 con save.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Natural 18 on the dice.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you like to do?
He's gonna start moving this way. It's gonna be his full move.
Fucking chaos.
Okay. Peepers.
He's gonna go another 10 feet up to be above these things' heads.
So that would put her 10 feet in the air, so she'd be level with their bodies, basically. Because this deck is 20 feet up.
She's
So
above
she's
that
like-
deck.
So she's level with that deck if she went 20 feet up the first time.
Okay. Well, she'd be 5
She's
feet
5
above
feet
that
off the deck, so she'd be 15 feet up. Which is she's still body level with these guys because they're big.
Okay. Make that 20 feet, because then she's just gonna
She is head height.
come over here and then drop it onto the ground between them.
Give me a
This is number 2.
second. Yep. I just need to open all of the things. Hey, you know what helps is if I put the fucking radius in these things, but this is the one that I forgot.
And I don't think it was a big enough, or yeah, I don't think it. We got a description of the explosion because it just hit the guy in the face.
Yeah. Alright, so basically from where she drops it, you watch as the bottle, green liquid with the feather on it, just phew, and you hear the and then you watch as this wisp of just green, like what can only be explained as like a stink bomb fart cloud, go off in a 10-foot radius sphere, which does technically hit both of them, and just miss the crew member underneath the cage, which has the exploded bird bits in it. And if it were to smell it, you would think that if it were human, it would start choking. But birds don't really choke the same way, but you can tell like it's burning their mouth because they're like turning their head away from it. God, did I close the fucking thing? I closed the fucking thing. I need you to roll me a... Well, actually, I need to roll these first. That one passes. What's your... No, they're 15. So that one passes. Yeah, they both pass. So they're definitely turning away from it, but they don't seem to be hurting by it. But it definitely looks like there's just this wave of a stink cloud that lasts for a few seconds before being wafted away.
Okay.
And they're concentrating. She is real fucking mad. Okay, so you just watch this tiefling hack and slash, and she just like yelling every time she swings her greatsword. And she looked like she's failing for a while, and then for the last one, she just kind of gets that glint in her eye that Rattan you've seen when you were making like your final last stab. And you watch as she brings her greatsword across the ankle where she's been hacking and slashing at it, and cuts right through the leg. of this bird, which screams out with the god-awful bird noises and then collapses against the ballista as its leg gets cut off and it passes away. Her crew. Make a saving throw. I need another dice.
If it man next to me, he get +4.
It not man next to you. That man next to you. He. Okay, so that one. Oopsie. All of these trackers, man. All of these trackers. Alrighty. And then that one misses. God damn. Lynn is a dragon. Who noodles. Oh, that's not what I need. Who noodles their way down towards the sun. The Lynn is here. And is going to make 2 attacks. Wow. First one misses, second one hits, and I need an 8. As you just basically watch it tail whip this bird in the face. And just like whoosh. Very unhappy birdie. That is Dragon's turn. Return.
Cool. So Wingy's out. How tall is this ballista?
The ballista itself is like 10, maybe 15 feet.
Alright.
And it's currently like janky because the bird just landed on it. So you have bird corpse on ballista, which is now pointed.
Sure. I'm having a hard
up.
time. Like, my aura's not showing up for me for anything when I turn it on.
It's showing up for me.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh.
So I don't know who's in my 10-foot radius. Oh wait, I don't know why I made it. I need 30. So.
There?
Oh, now I see it. Cool. That's a 30-foot one, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so I actually don't have to move, so never mind that question. I thought I had to move because I couldn't see my aura. I'm going to cast Aid with my action at 3rd level. Which means that red man next to me.
This one,
And then
who is unconscious.
This guy up here.
Who is also unconscious.
Yep, there's a method for my madness here.
You don't know what stage
red
they're
tiefling.
at.
Huh?
You don't know what stage they're at.
Oh no,
but...
I know. I'm aware, but
yeah.
Rattan's gonna do what Rattan's gonna do. All of them, their current and maximum hit points go up by 10. Because I casted at 3rd level.
Okay. Alright.
That's my action. I can't do a whole hell of a lot else, so...
Including, so you're choosing the 3 of them? You only get the 3?
Yes, it's up to 3.
Okay.
Even when I upcast.
Okay.
Healing spell. That's my whole ass turn, though.
Okay. Do I turning off your aura?
Yes,
Just so
sorry.
there's not a big red.
No, I sorry, yes.
So it is now this big bird's turn. Ooh, big fuck off dragon or little itty bitty human? Who is its prey?
Or just leave, because big fuck off dragon.
Minus a d6.
Yeah.
You'd love that.
It's a dirty 20 to hit the fleeing human.
Damn it!
Yeah, he's gone.
No!
Well. Unconscious.
God damn it, I'll get to you next.
And then it's gonna turn and look at this dragon. Let's see if it's smart enough. Oh, well, actually. It sees its flock, dead or otherwise. It sees a big creature, almost as big as itself. And it realizes that it got its prey, to its knowledge. And so it is going to just take off 120 feet into the air. Straight up. Obviously, Tilky gets an attack of opportunity. Is going to try and tail whip the motherfucker. Does. It just keeps going. It's 120 feet up. Cassian, it is 125 feet up from you, plus your distance away from it.
Is this guy on the ground or he's?
He is unconscious, to your knowledge.
Okay. 120 feet up.
125 feet up from you, if you're at the bottom of the stairs.
Lightning ball. 150 foot range.
Yeah. Makes a dex saving throw.
Yep.
With the minus?
No.
Sorry?
No.
Not for saving throws.
Hey, I have a lot going on, okay?
No, I'm just Jesus. Never mind.
It fails.
35 lightning damage.
Okay.
Fuck.
Anything else?
And then Precious Seconds unconscious dude. Or minimal healing.
Hey, minimal is better than death.
Yep. And then I mean, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Rex?
Pew pew. Is it still in range?
Yeah, it sure fucking is. It's 125 feet up from your deck and however many weight, but your spell range is doubled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're good with Eldritch Blast. Yep. Okay. Yes. Okay,
He's gonna walk over there.
you're just gonna stroll over. Okay. Papers?
She's gonna fly down, land on Rex's shoulder. I think no, she's gonna be like 10 feet above him.
Okay.
I don't think she has
Therefore,
enough movement because she's higher.
She unfortunately can't do anything and throws her sword down in rage. And then you watch as she tosses her sword down in a way that it hits and lands in the deck itself. And then she sits down cross legs, holds her hands in front of her, closes her eyes, and you can tell she's trying to focus and center herself. Her crew can't really do anything, so they're gonna kind of contain themselves up here. They're gonna use their full movement to get all the way over there in case a bird falls out the sky if you guys are still attacking it. Lynn is a dragon. I have to make a decision based on this dragon's personality. This dragon is gonna come and land down behind you, Cassian. Or not land, but come behind you and basically take up almost like an obedient pose behind you. Rattan?
I'm checking wording on something quick.
That's my favorite kind of thing.
Fuck. Okay. So this thing's much farther from me. 100 and
100
something plus whatever my distance.
Well, it went up 120 feet.
Right.
So it's technically 115 feet up from you.
Okay.
No, 120 feet up from you. I'm wrong. I can't
Okay.
count.
So
And then whatever distance you are.
right. So I would like to go straight up 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a weapon I've never fucking used in this entire campaign. So first, for my bonus action. Oh,
Mhm.
it's definitely not within range. Never mind. That's not gonna work. Yeah, that's way too far away. But I'm just gonna pull out my hand crossbow and attempt to shoot it at disadvantage because that's the maximum range.
Is your hand crossbow loaded?
I don't know!
Because Rattan has never, ever,
No, she's never used it, not fucking
used it.
once.
in her life, probably.
Is it not part of the attack to load it? Because I don't think it has the loading property.
No. And do you have crossbow bolts on you is my next
I do.
question.
I do. They're always part of my inventory because I have a thing of crossbow bolts.
A hand crossbow does have a loading property.
Fuck. Then never mind. I can't do that fucking either. I will then Misty Step 30 feet closer.
Okay.
I'm trying to do fucking something here. 5, 10. Hang on, I'm gonna do it this way. 5, 10, 15,
Excuse me.
20, 25, 30.
Mhm.
So I am 20 feet up in the air.
So you're
It's
now
still-
100 feet underneath it.
Right. That's cool. I'm trying.
No, this is fun. I'm
trying.
enjoying it. I'm enjoying having you guys think about these things.
Checking range on this. Sorry, like I was not thinking that I was gonna have to do this shit.
I mean,
60
you
feet,
don't
still out of range.
have to do it.
I mean, I do. And I will just use my action to double move another 20 fucking feet. So now I'm 80 feet.
You're 80 feet below it.
Yeah, that's all I can fucking do.
On its turn, it's 120 feet up and gone.
Great!
And then you see it take off, so it basically goes 120 feet up, and then it's going to take off the rest of its movement, which double move is another 120 feet. It is gone.
I think I can still get 2 more shots on it because I have a 240-foot range.
Well, it's up and gone, so I mean, like, it's gone.
Yeah.
So for all intents and purposes, combat is over.
Okay.
So this birdie is gone.
So... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Go for it. I'll go after you.
I was going to promptly land, end concentration on greater invisibility,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna cast. Sorry, I am going to, because I got 2 more. I got people on death saves again, don't I?
You have no one on death saves.
Okay, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna do 1 more aid just in case. Same 3 people. Red
Okay.
tiefling lady and the 2 that were on death saves.
Okay.
So that's another 5 to each of them because I'm not upcasting it. Oh wait, yeah, it's 5 current, I think. I don't know if that stacks.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, so then I won't do that. I'll just cast Ray of Vitality on myself, so they won't get healed yet.
Okay.
I turn around, look at Toki,
Mm-hmm.
put my hand like on her head.
Yeah, Telki lowers. Lets
Oh.
you, like, between the horns, Scruff.
Well, like, thank you for your help. Appreciate it.
The Noodle Dragon's eyes close.
I'll drop concentration on polymorph.
And Lynn returns right next to you. Bunny. And he just kind of... What the ever-loving fuck just happened? And who the fuck was in my head?
That would be Tilky.
Does Cassie know their names?
I mean, if I had gotten the book, I studied and did all those notes, I would
Yeah.
assume I know the names, unless otherwise, if that wasn't a thing.
Roll me a D100 for Kylo.
Oh shit, I'm terrible at these.
Can't be worse than my last few.
Hi. Every time.
Cassie does not know Tilky's name.
Okay, that's fine. It's one of the dragons I told you about.
Right. I appreciate you saving me from falling to my death. I would say a wee bit of more warning next time, but I'd rather you save me than warn me. So, yeah.
Rather save you then. Give the heads up.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah? I think so. I'm pretty sure. Is everybody else okay? There's big fucking birds. Big fucking birds. Real
I'm just
big
down there bouncing
fucking
my rounds of healing around to people.
predator birds. We'll get to that in a second,
Yep.
brother.
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna have some like bird stew for the next like day of travel.
I'm sure the staff will love the meat that they can cook up rather than the slop they've got left.
Yeah. Also, Rax, welcome to the ship. I don't know how you got here. Gonna be honest with you.
And he just looks over at Peepers, who's like coming down to land on his shoulder.
Get a wing raise.
Yeah, first off, I'm sorry. I just woke up not in the dome and... Yeah.
Sure, we'll get some story soon. It's been a long morning. Fair warning, Rattan's probably... we're working on Rattan stuff right now. She's feeling a lot of emotions.
Bird related or other
Well, I hope they're not bird related. I think she might take it as an insult, but different situation.
I mean, birds were attacking. I'm just asking. That's all.
It's at this point you notice Rattan does not have armor on.
And I'm kind of fucked up.
Yeah, there's like a lot of scratchies. A lot of ouchies. A lot of not okays. It bad.
Like,
Oh,
I don't know if it's
sorry.
an odd question, but is it like, does it look like she was just attacked a lot by these things, or okay?
I'll make my way up top.
Mm-hmm.
Rax is gonna kind of follow suit.
Yeah.
Is everyone all right up here?
Rattan, you were bouncing around healing.
Yeah, so it's 2d6 plus 4.
Mhm.
2d6 plus 4 to one person each round, and this goes for 10 rounds, so it was like a minute, so it probably would be done by the time that they're getting, or wrapping up by the time they're getting over.
Yep.
So we'll do, I have to do math. We'll do 6 to each of them, because that's 18.
To each of who?
Sorry, hang on, I'm trying to like my brain. Yeah, because if it's 10, it's 20. That's what I needed to know. So, yeah, I will hit red tiefling with. Hmm?
I was just putting markers for who's bloodied on the NPCs.
Oh, that actually helps. Let me know when you are ready.
Yeah, so if you roll the dice for
Yeah,
red tiefling.
So she would get, because it's 10 rounds, so we'll do 3 rounds for her, so that's 66. I'm checking to make sure that is... Actually, I don't think they get my... No, Prayer of Healing gives my spellcasting modifier. So, 21 healing to the red tiefling. I will do 3 rounds on this red man.
So you get over there, you put your hands on this individual.
Oh,
Their body is already cold.
I fucking tried. Well, so it's just 30 feet from me, so I just realized that it doesn't take. I don't have to touch for this.
No. I was assuming Rattan would go around and like...
I mean, fair enough, fair enough. I'll say that because this guy was dying next to her at one point, she would go over and verify. And then she'll go over and verify the other guy and try to give the same thing.
The 3 at the top are all standing, like, dusting themselves off.
Was one of them the one that was on death saves previously?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so then...
You had this gentleman on death saves, and this gentleman on death saves.
Okay, so this gentleman will get...
Actually, this guy died, so ignore that.
Oh, he did die?
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, no, Cassian did the precious seconds, right?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay. So, this gentleman will get 66?
No, this one got precious seconds, this one didn't.
Oh,
But, yeah, when I lightning balled, I precious seconds this guy right here.
Huh.
He was the one that was down right in front of me.
Okay.
Because if he didn't, Rax was going to walk over there and hit him with a Spare the Dying before. Just to try and keep him alive.
He got 6, he got that. So, yeah, no, that must have been the other one. Sorry, my bad.
Reese.
24 to this man on the end. And then man in the middle gets 19. And then this last gentleman will get my last 2
That last
rounds.
gentleman doesn't need.
Oh, okay. Then
He never got hit at all.
Then I'll give it to myself. Because it has to be within 30 feet of me. No one else was... Yeah. So I give myself 4d6. I'll take it. So yeah, you come up and she's finishing up, like, walking around amongst the crew, like, checking in with them. You see her hands glowing in a way that you're familiar with. And then she touches herself, and you see some of the scratches on, like, her neck and her hands knit back together. Her clothes are still fucked.
Is everyone alright up here?
Seems that way. Doesn't look like we lost anyone up here. Rex. Good to see you.
Likewise, I wish you looked a little bit better. Those guys were sucked. Seems like. Sorry, I caught the end of it.
Better this end of it than a different one. We did lose one up here, though. And she kinda... By the time I realized it, my means of fixing it were, past.
So, give them their space. I'm gonna... let's...
There's a lot of blood up here, Cassie, and she chopped off the bird's leg.
Yeah, I'm avoiding looking at like that
I
area.
need you to make me a Constitution saving
Oh,
throw.
I was gonna like puff up my wings a little bit bigger to try to give him some kind of buffer.
Yeah.
You also get a +4 because you're near me.
You're all right. You don't want to get any closer to it, but you're maintaining your composure at the moment, even with the inset trauma from the previous experience.
Yeah.
This is nowhere near as bad as the previous experience, so you were able to face it a little bit easier.
Yeah. Regardless, I'm gonna like turn away from the blood and like start walking down the stairs.
I mean, you did explode one of them, so like,
yeah.
like literally like Shrek and Fiona singing
yeah.
to the pigeon kind of
yeah.
explosion.
Oh boy.
Just
Um,
pop. Like a hot pocket in the microwave.
yeah.
As I'm sorry.
That's okay.
As Cassian is walking away from the blood, I will just kind of like take like a few steps closer, like in the direction of where I had left the people that I had just healed. And she'll just, to the tiefling, like in the tiefling's general direction, it's not so much like
Through the
she's
corpse
trying to
of a
get her
bird.
attention, but just kind of like throwing it out there. If you or any of your men need more healing, I still have things at my disposal, so just ask.
You get nothing back, and as you look over through the corpse of this bird that is lying against the main defense system of this ship, which has taken a beating with the weight that it's just fallen on top of it, you see that unlike the soldiers, and unlike what you're used to, these individuals, the three of the general crew are kneeling down and have already started quietly crying and grieving. The tiefling is standing over the corpse of their friend and has taken her sword with her and has placed it. She's got her hands on it and has placed the tip on the deck. And is muttering under her breath. You can't hear, with the fact that the ship has started slowly picking up momentum and the wind is rushing again. And just with the general quietness of the way that she is speaking. You don't hear what she's saying, but you can tell that it's not a prayer, because there's not like a holiness, there's not like that projection that you would expect from a prayer. It's more like a quiet talking to, as if she's talking to the dead.
Then she doesn't intrude on that. And she's just kind of standing right where she is, just kind of taking everything in.
For those of you who
You're
are
on her back.
paying attention to the back of the ship, you see those who were in guard positions return to where they were and relieve these orders.
Yeah, she just lets out a deep sigh and starts heading down the stairs after Cassian. Good to see you, Rex.
Glad to be back with you guys.
I fucking hate birds.
You did good, Lynn.
Fuck that noise!
Yeah. Rex, good to have you back. We're gonna head down to our quarters. So follow us.
Here's a question: should we maybe tell the captain that he's our friend, considering he did just bibbidi bobbidi boop onto our boat?
I'll take care.
I'll go with you. I should probably introduce myself.
Did you ever meet Captain Nevitash?
Osiris's mentor, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's a captain.
Oh, cool.
Oh well, if you guys know each other, then there shouldn't be really a problem, right?
Yeah, but he
Shouldn't,
just so
but
that they
it
don't
doesn't
get
hurt.
confused with an extra blip on the ship.
Yeah. Okay. Fair point. Fair point indeed.
I'd want to know. And she starts heading that way.
Mm-hmm.
Rex is right behind you.
And yeah, she's gonna march up to the... Because I wouldn't know, because I literally, like, just woke up, and I was not, like, out and about all that much after this morning, so she'll, like, peek into the hull. The helm, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. She's there. Hold on, I'm getting Rex's token. Da-da-da. You are now
Thank you.
over here. Yeehaw.
Knock on the door.
The guards on the other side, but hold on. I mean, you knock on the door, you get like a... How many times do I have to tell people that this is all access passes while I'm in here? It's the other doors that they have to knock on.
Rattan, like, starts walking through, like, midway through that speech.
You cut out real
But-
bad there for me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
Okay. She'll, like, start, like, walking through, like, she'll shoulder the door open, like, halfway through that monologue. She'll let her finish, and then just, well, considering as I am a guest on your ship, I don't want to make any assumptions.
I literally told you that if I was here, to come and see me at any time. Like, it was one of the things that I said. You could just walk in the... Oh, you have someone new with you. Not new, but new to the ship. It's nice to see you all back together again, I guess.
As she's addressing him, Rex just kind of gives a wave of like, "Hi."
How was your... How do I ask this question? How was your flight? I'm
Quick?
just kind of like scratching her head.
He just kind of squints his face a little bit quick. I mean,
Huh?
yeah, I was just kind of brought here, just teleported here, I guess.
Huh? Well, now that you're here,
Yes.
technically we don't have a bed for you other than the crew quarters, which makes you crew members, so you can help clean up all that yuck that's on the front of my boat. Welcome to the crew for the last few days.
Okay. He just kind of like looks over at Rattan. Do you know where I can find a mop?
You'll probably want
She
to...
literally gives you a look of just, like, her turning. You see the eyebrow raised through the eye hole in her mask, and it's very much so the look of, do I look like I would know where to find a mop? She doesn't say it, but she's giving you that eyebrow.
I would say not to bother her just now, but Devari's probably who you're gonna want to report to as a crew member. But given what just happened and her tendency to get angry very easily and just unleash the beast, probably don't want to disturb her until after she's done dealing with her friends. But R'lyeri's top deck if you want to go and speak to R'lyeri. Technically speaking, they're in charge of part of the crew as well, but they're different factions because there's one that's here for general status and there's one that's here to watch over the Order of the Tempest, which is technically Devari's job, but they're also technically like in charge of the crew. And then, R'lyeri and Zakariel, they're in charge of like the Siath side of things, and then there's... I'm overwhelming you, huh?
Yes. But mostly because I'm trying to keep track of names.
Devari, Tiefling, up there. Probably going to be very upset for most of the rest of the trip. R'lyeri, general on the top deck. Very scary lady. Well,
How do I
yes.
spell that just for my purposes?
So the lady is, hold on, let me just hear for you. You met them at
Spring ball.
thank you. I was trying to words and talk and spell. There you go. And then you have Davari, which looks completely different when you type it.
That's how I was spelling it.
Yeah, no, but like when you type it versus how it looks in the sheet minimized is completely different. You know when words don't look the same when they're in different fonts.
I was
And
one letter
then-
off for Davari.
And then she also mentions Zachariel.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. And then Theo is probably like Theo and Zachariel do the night watch. Davari and Valeri do the day watch. And then we got my first mate on night shifts. Less talkative than I am, good at their job. Don't piss her off. And then you have the Order of the Storm. You see Fee at the front. You've got Ivory at the back, and then on night you've got Zavari. Confusing, I know. And Nethlia. They're the two on the night shift, and then you have Mistress Elvarin. Do not disturb. Do not disturb. If you see her, there's a problem, and you should go as deep into the boat as possible because we're probably gonna die. But I mean, that's provided all of the Order of the Storms don't do their job very well, or one of them falls unconscious, or something bad happens to them, and then the ship starts either falling or not moving. The wings should take a gentle descent, but it's not going to be as gentle as Arcane means. It's going to be very much of a nosedive, which I will attempt to control, but I don't know how strong these actual wings will hold up, and they're not really wings, they're more well, you don't need to know the technicalities, but anyway, yes. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Dinner is served underneath me in the mess hall. Their quarters is all the way at the bottom in the storage. Your quarters is in the crew quarters, which there's a hatch too in the mess hall. Just a hammock. Hope it's comfortable enough for you, but that's the only other space we have available. Unless you want to sleep on the floor in your friend's room, then you're more than welcome to. There's a blanket down there somewhere, probably. No, you could just use one of the, shipping tarps.
I think I have stuff to put on the floor. I'll be alright. Or a blanket, at the very least.
Please yourself.
Well, we just wanted to inform you that we had someone else on the ship so as not to catch you with it later.
Very difficult not to miss a sudden pink puff of glitter.
Right, but just wanted to cross the T's, dot the I's.
Appreciate you.
Alright, I'm gonna go check in with O'Leary, so.
I'll be in the quarters.
And I step outside without much more word. Gives a respectful nod to the captain.
Yeah, you get a friendly wave.
Take care, Captain.
Cassian, as you're leaving, peeking out from the captain quarters, you see a mousy, round glasses female looking to see if everything's okay now. And kind of catches you and then pulls back and then study session is still available if you're up for it, but I heard a lot of bad and I don't know if you're all very covered in yuck. So maybe go and splash some water or something. And then you can come and I mean, like, I really don't want the star charts to get covered in yuck.
Should I just prestidigitate myself clean?
I mean, if you have that arcana available, that would be greatly
No.
appreciated.
No, I literally just do it. I
Oh.
don't say anything. Just
She watched and she's like, I mean, I didn't want to assume what you had, but that's greatly appreciated.
I'm gonna grab like a piece of bread and then we can study.
I mean, there's probably a lot better than bread, but whatever you're into. I have like a couple of satsumas in the. Never mind, you do you, and she goes back in through the door.
Satsumas?
Satsumas, yes.
Had no
Small
idea.
oranges. Very
Oh.
sweet, very yummy. You don't know what a satsuma is?
Cuties?
No.
Andrew.
Oh my god.
That sounds yummy. I'll have that then.
Okay.
I'll just follow. I mean, wait, is it in there or is
Mhm.
oh, is that all right?
Are you asking Nevi?
Yeah.
She kind of like gives like a half chuck and is like, yes, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You have my blessing.
Thank you. I'll just go into the room then.
Mm-hmm. And it's not much of a room. When you get in there, it's a 95-foot wide, 35-foot tall, 20-foot high, room. It's very simple sleeping and mapping quarters, but much, much better than what you've seen so far. There's a large double bed that looks like it could fit more like 6 people in it. So it's definitely clear there was no expense spared when they were making this room comfortable. And at the foot of the bed, there's like a reading nook with a bookshelf that's lined with books. Unless you go and have a look, you're not really sure what's in them. The opposite side of the room, which is where you see your mousy friend, Chrissy, sitting at a table, which is more like a large mapping table with 4 chairs surrounding it. It's a heavy-looking wooden table and sprawled with mapping tools and parchment and star maps and bird's eye views of Abari and projected weather, ship schematics, and all kinds of stationery that would come with it. It's definitely, this is where the main planning and charting happens. And you can see like there's a couple of books dotted around where Chrissy is sitting that she has been working on while she's been waiting for you.
I'll just pick a spot where it's like not as cluttered.
It's the whole thing is, it looks like an unorganized mess.
Then I'll just.
But there's probably some method to their madness.
I'll just go onto like this side then.
She gestures at the chair for you.
As he walks past me to the door, I'm just gonna mutter to him in Celestial, mind your manners.
I just say that the curse word I'm not supposed to say to her.
I'm just gonna just.
And then just say, I always do.
The celestial word for naughty child.
Curse words are fun. Especially when
sure
they
are.
Oh, I know!
Especially when your friends regret teaching them to you.
That was an accident.
I think I removed the point of insanity one time. Because it was just so fucking funny. Oh, God.
And for the record, Cassian, it is spotlessly clean in here.
Nice.
Like, obsessively so. Other than the mapping table, like, there's no dust, there's no footprints, there's no clothes anywhere. Like, the only thing that's the main things that are messy is, like, the charts and the maps and things, and the bed. Because Nevi doesn't make her bed.
Oh, so funny.
Lynn is kind of just lingering with Rax and Rattan outside the door of the helm room. I keep calling it's different things every time. Different things every time. The
Helm.
cat.
Helm.
Yeah.
Helm.
Yeah. The thing. The
Yeah,
room with the big wheel in
as
it.
soon as
Helm
Cassian's
cabin.
like on his way, I'm heading to go talk to Releri.
Okay, Roleri is top deck, so just upstairs from where Cassian went. Lynn is kind of like, Captain? And I was like, yeah. Like, so is it only like Cassian who's allowed in there, or like are we all allowed to go in there whenever we're done with whatever we're doing, or if we want to go? Well, I mean, yes, you're all allowed in there while there is Chrissy present or myself. Not when doors are locked. Preferably if you knock first, that would be appreciated. And also, like, if they want some private cuddle time, that's on their discretion. Whatever they're gonna do, I'm assuming that they're actually gonna learn because they look like nerds and they act like nerds and they talk like nerds. But you never know. Nerds can be freaky too, okay? And then Lynn's like, right. So that's a yes then. Alright, that's all I need to know, thank you! And he closes the door.
Oh my god.
Obviously, Rax heard all of that. Rattan was on her way up to her later at the time.
Jeez.
So you get to the top deck, Rattan. The lady is there, willing and happy to have a conversation with you. She sees you approach and gives you like the soldier.
Yeah, and she gives like the appropriate, like the half bow back.
And you she doesn't speak first. She lets you approach and she leaves the air open.
Okay. I meant to last night extend my sympathies and condolences for the loss of your crewman last night, but obviously that came at the wrong time.
Your gesture is appreciated for what it's worth.
If there's a way, I would like to help with any sort of compensation for the family.
And she kind of takes a moment, and you can see there's like a twinge of irritation before she catches herself. We are capable and able to do everything that they need. Those who have soldiers in our army are aware of the risks that their children or their loved ones put themselves in.
It wasn't a comment on incapability. I also regret the death of the second crewman today. I'm not sure if they are part of your retinue or not.
The ship itself is basically split in half. I've got the back, they've got the front. It swaps at night. So no, they're not one of mine, but that doesn't mean that we don't feel. Should they ask us for assistance, we will provide it. If not, then they can deal with their dead however they see fit.
Fair enough.
But if we were to get tangled up in the emotions of people dying, we wouldn't be able to do our jobs.
Swords first and all that. And she kind of gives like, it's not like a patronizing thing, it's more like she's commenting that she understands.
I wouldn't particularly put it swords first, but if that's how you look at it, then by all means.
Duty first.
Closer.
If there's anything that you need from me in the time between now and when we reach our destination, please let me know.
Don't die.
I endeavor not to.
That's all I need from you. I
Very
would
well.
like you to end this conversation.
Bows, turns on her heel, leaves.
And she lets you go and she walks back to her post.
And she just, I don't know if Rax followed me or not. So
Well, Rex, what
We
would
just-
you like to do?
He looks over at Lynn and he's like, I don't really want to go up there. That seems. I don't know. I don't know that person that well, so.
Yeah, well,
Go ahead.
no, he's just like, yeah, well, and he kind of just stops there.
Where are you gonna go to?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna kind of try and listen in on their conversation through there, and he's pointing through the doors into the captain's quarters. Not gonna lie, I was gonna kind of maybe like third wheel and maybe pick up a couple of things, because, like, I'm not entirely thrilled about twiddling my thumbs the entire time I'm on this boat. Like, the view's pretty and up top was great, but considering there's big giant fuck off birds in the sky and they're like big time predators and I'm just a little me, and then I almost fell to my death like 10 minutes ago, like, I'm really kind of feeling about not being outside, if I'm entirely honest with you.
How about this? You listen in for a couple seconds. If it sounds like nerd stuff, give me a thumbs down, and I'm just gonna go wait for it.
Oh, it's entirely gonna be nerd stuff. Like, it's entirely, from my guess, given the fact that it's like a lesson, it's definitely gonna be nerd shit. But you never know where romance might blossom.
It's true.
I'm kidding, that was her thing, not mine. I really don't give a damn what they do.
I think I'm just gonna wait for Rattan to come back down then and see what
It's
she
about
does.
now, Rattan, you're coming down the stairs.
Perfect timing.
just plod down the steps. Not as loud because she's not wearing her chainmail, but you know, she's not exactly making an effort to walk quietly. She
Mhm.
never does. She can't.
I mean, you have boots of elven on, so you're not that
Yeah, I mean,
heavy.
it's a little bit quieter, but like she's just a big girl.
You walk down the stairs, you see them like chatting about something.
Kind of like sidelong glances. Doesn't look like she's gonna stop to chat and starts heading toward the front of the ship again.
Yeah, Rex is gonna give Lynn a pat on the shoulder, saying, well, hopefully it's more interesting than just nerd stuff then.
You lean down, you pat him on the shoulder, and he's like, why must everyone pat me? Have fun. Do whatever you gonna do. Welcome back. If you're looking for wherever we sleep, we're right down the bottom. You're going through the hatch over there. And then you're going down the stairs, and then you're going in the door to the front of the ship.
Got it.
And so, like, all the way to the bottom. And then once you're at the bottom, it's the door at the front of the ship.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, nice. I mean, I'd suggest trying to find a mop or something, or like getting on your knees and scrubbing with a cloth like they do. But, well, I mean, some of them use cloth, some of them use brushes, and some of them just use whatever they can find. I'm so sorry! I don't know if you heard that.
I heard the second one.
She meowed just as I finished talking.
I didn't catch that one, but I got the second one too.
But yes, I suggest finding something to clean with if you're going to be part of the crew.
Yep. He's gonna start making his way, kind of like a little bit defeated. 'Cause he's like, damn it, I didn't want to have to come back and clean. But I guess.
I mean, you know, actually, I could go and gut the bird. And he's gonna hop to the front of the ship. And he's gonna start helping harvest the harvestables from said bird. because he's been hunted for long enough.
What's the word? Cathartic?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You have no idea where to find anything on this boat.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you just going raking, or are you going to go and ask someone?
I mean, I think he's just gonna like wait a few minutes.
Uh-huh.
Well, not. I guess the best, easiest way to put it is just until they're kind of finished whatever they need to do for the moment at the front. And
You mean
like,
the
once-
group who are mourning their friend?
yes, the group who are
Uh-huh.
mourning, he's gonna kind of wait until they start getting back to what they need to be doing, and he's gonna ask one of the crew's members, where
Just the generic crew?
yeah, where he can get something to help them clean up.
So the generic crew, there's 2 guys and 1 girl remaining. They break off before Davari does. She takes the time to almost as if prepare the body, lies it flat, crosses its arms over, it starts cleaning the body. Very, I would say, like, it's almost, think of like the way that Vikings prepare their dead. It's very much the same sort of procedure that she's following. The other
Very
3 break
ceremonial.
off. Yeah. Ceremonial without being what you've experienced so far in terms of like religious preparation for corpses. Or the dead, or preparation for resurrecting said individuals. The other 3 break off. You approach whichever one you want. It's entirely up to yourself. And they point you over down near the caster Serafina, and you see like a pile of buckets and scrubbables and stuff there, like brushes and stuff. I'm like, well, we've got some there, so if you're gonna grab some, grab a bucket. If not, they're downstairs, just opposite the kitchen. It's where the main storage is. Or if you want to get an absolutely new one, you're going all the way down to the bottom of the boat. There's a storage of them down there too. Take your pick. How much you want to walk?
He's just gonna kind of go over to the first spot that they pulled out, because these are gonna end up stained red to shit. So you don't want to get a new one for that.
And it's easy enough. You find a pail of water and a scrubbing brush, and you see Lynn struggling because of his size. But as the other crew members from the group that you just spoke to come over, they start getting to work, and they're definitely more skilled at skinning a giant bird than he is. Skinning and harvesting, but they all start getting to work collecting various odds and ends for various things. You see them piling the feathers and various cuts of meat. One of them's like taking talons and getting the sellables. They've done this before. This isn't their first rodeo.
And they know what's the important things to keep and what's the
Yeah,
stuff that you just...
they know their cuts. They know, like, they've maybe not dealt with something as big as this before, but they definitely know what they're looking for. And you can hear them talking about it, and like it definitely sounds like they've done this before. But they've also each got their specialized like thing to do. So like one of them is on harvesting food, one of them is on harvesting, sellables, one of them is on like just general like cleanup of or picking off on gathering.
He is gonna listen to try and catch if they know what these things were, because he's curious.
And during the time that they're harvesting, they don't give it a name. They just say, this is like bigger than average, right? And then they're like, well, yeah, but I don't think it's the same as average. Like, well, how many of these things have you even seen in your life? They start like bickering back and forth, like it's very childish. But they never give it a name.
Okay.
Cassian.
Hello.
You're sitting at the planning table, and Chrissy tosses you like a small. It's basically like a small orange. And she tosses you one, and she's got another, and she skins it. As she's skinning it, she's talking to you, and she's like, "So I know that I said we could like have a lesson, but like after all of that, I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. It's kind of slipped my mind what I said I would teach you because I know like a lot of things, and I don't know specifically what you want to study. Is it like you want to study the star maps? You want to study like the weather? Do you want to study like the actual planning for the ship? Do you want to study a language? Do you want to study arcana? Do you want to study like the world, the map, the what do you want, Cassian? You're muted.
I thought I'd address that. I think we're going to study celestial.
Ah, yeah. Well, I mean that's simple. That's like second nature. It's no problem with studying celestial. Do you want to like how is it like? What level would you say you're at?
What level would you say Cassian's at? DM?
He's at like comfortable conversational without having like intricacies. So like he's probably like if you were going to put it in tiers, I would say like intermediate or just like starting like intermediate base.
Near intermediate level. I can do mostly conversational, but nothing major yet.
Oh,
Intricate.
okay. And is there a specific area of like phrasings or things that you like to focus on? Like, are you looking at celestial in terms of like being able to communicate with gods and deities? Are you looking at celestial as a general like everyday usage? Or are you looking at celestial from an arcane point? Or are you just looking at
From an arcane point.
Okay. And are you trying to like learn new arcana from it, or
I don't know. I don't have a goal for that. Just better understanding the language and then go from there.
okay? So she gets up and she walks to the bookshelf closest to you, and you see her like fingering across a few of the books, and then she pulls out like three. There's one with a purple, like a deep purple spine. There's one with a deep blue spine, and there's one with like a sort of like a pinky red color. And she puts them on the table next to you and goes back to her seat. The first one's going to be like general basic healing arcana. That's that focus. The second one is going to be on like medicinal things, and the third one is kind of on like the connection between deities and the religious aspect of celestial as a whole.
The first one was like the arcana, like the healing.
Yeah.
And what was the second one again?
Second one was like medicines and herbs, and herbalism as a whole.
Okay.
And the third one was deities and their connection to basically religious arcana.
I'm going to start with deities. I'm going to do the reverse order that they were introduced, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Deities, herbal, then healing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the deities one is split into what is essentially like three sections. There's a section on good gods and bad gods. Like good versus evil, and the way that they interact with the mortal plane. The second section is worshippers, and it's specific to each god. There's like reference materials to each good bad god. I will send you these later to which gods are in there. And then the third one is basically the difference between like paladins, clerics, and then like zealots and celestial warlocks, and the different connections that like basically think like celestial based classes in D&D is a general term. But I will DM you which gods are in there
Alright, cool.
later.
Yeah, no rush.
Let's start with that one.
Yeah, and it's basically like you can spend, it depends on how long of the rest of the day that you're going to spend studying. with Chrissy. It depends on how much you're going to learn.
I mean, unless people need me, I'm just taking the time to
The whole
myself
day?
too. I'm taking the time to learn, to forget about all the blood and crazy
Everyone that
fucking
just
shit,
happened.
and just focus on learning.
So you're taking your whole day.
Taking my day.
Okay.
So they know where to find me if they need me.
Yes, they know where you are. Chrissy is there to answer any questions or do any translations for Cassian during the entire time. For the first part of the day, up until when she goes to get lunch, you see her working and reading through things that are predicting the weather for the week ahead and comparing it to what she calls a star chart and working with the astrological directions rather than basic cartography because she's not in the water or on land. There is on the table a full bird's eye view of the map of Obari.
Definitely look at that for a little bit.
with every single city in the West has some kind of written name or alias. And then the Kacabian is marked on there, Frostbane is marked on there, Moncade is marked on there. Give me a second, because I have to reference my map now too. You see, there's a place called the Smoldering Waste mapped on there, and the Arid Sands. You see the Crystal Expanse is marked on there as well. You see the Hellfire Peaks is marked. You see that, give me a second here to get you the right name. You see that, the Cursed Bluffs, the mountain range there is marked. It's not named the Cursed Bluffs though. It's just a mountain range that has like a star on it. You're not sure why. And you see, give me a second here. Double checking certain things because I have them all numbered. You see that there is a northern section in the eastern forest, just to confuse you, that is marked with what looks like a set of bird wings, but in the center are intricate detailed deer antlers, but no name. And then you also see the farmlands on the far east are marked as White Willow Vineyard and Foxtail Vineyard. Specifically, they are named, as well as all of the western cities.
White Willow Vineyards and
Foxtail Vineyard.
Foxtail.
You see the other farmlands are named as well. So there are the Windswept Pastures, and then Riverview Acres as well. And then Windy Oaks Ranch is labeled as well, and it's the one that's just pushing into the forest, but I will send you pictures of all these later. But it is very, very detailed in terms of the map that you are seeing compared to the maps that you have, because nothing you've really ever had has been specifically named. You've seen top-down views of Ubari, but never anything as in detail.
Yeah. That makes
but
sense.
yeah, she goes to get lunch. She brings you back some, and you get like what would be best to explain as like a shredded meat sandwich with lettuce and tomatoes and mayonnaise and things. So like you get the impression that they're already putting to work at this time.
Yeah.
The hunt essentially. And for the rest of the afternoon, she spends it quietly reading, and helping you in any way that you need. So if there's anything specifically that you would like to talk to her about, you have the entire day.
All right.
Persephone, stop being a gremlin! My child, I love you.
A gremlin.
Gremlin indeed. Brat. Ratan, what do you intend to do with your day?
Going the fuck back downstairs to the room.
Uh-huh.
Gonna take off my thoroughly fucked uniform
Uh-huh.
and rifle through my bag for my spare one.
Mm-hmm.
And basically just like, I'm assuming it's like mostly like chest area that's like super fucked.
Oh yeah.
So, like if the pants are fine, like she's not gonna like change out of the trousers. She'll just
They're
change out shirt and
presentable,
jacket.
they're not ripped, but they're definitely like stained with your
Then she'll
blood.
just change the
and...
whole thing and she just like lays everything out on like a chair or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just like over it. And then she's going to rifle around in the bottom of her pack even further because it probably fell down there.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to pull out the chocolate orange that she bought in Kakavian. She's
Yep.
going to grab another book off of the shelf, and she is basically going to... Actually, she'll change into her... No, she'll change her uniform just in case anybody needs her, but like she'll like leave the jacket on like the end of the bed, and she's kind of just like curled up like book pose.
Mm-hmm.
Like collar not even like all the way buttoned up, sleeves rolled up to the elbows, just reading a book and eating chocolate because fuck today.
Fair. Rex, are you intending to spend your day as a crewman?
I mean, once they get like the bulk of the blood scrubbed off the front, which I'm sure is gonna take a while.
It takes a lot. Definitely takes the rest of the morning and into some of the afternoon
Yeah, he's gonna help
to
them
get like.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
get that basically up as much as he can, and then he's gonna, after, if they break for lunch, he's gonna go eat and then go down to where he was told to go by Lynn for where their room is. He was told to just go down and then
All the way down to the bottom, yeah. So at some point during the cleaning process, after the harvesting has happened, they chuck the remains of this bird off the side of the ship. Just whatever they're not using, just yeet off the side.
Rax probably feels better that at the fact that he was just kind of like pushing the just liquid off the edge as much as he could.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they just get rid of the rest. But Lynn is just disgusting, like covered in all kinds of gore from just helping them carve. But yeah, everyone breaks for lunch.
Him covered in gore, Rax is gonna be like, "You feel better about big birds now?"
No, and I don't really feel better about myself either. But survival of the fittest and all that sort of crap.
Fair enough.
I just needed something to not. And disturbing Ratana right now is a bad idea. I don't want to impose on Cassian's learning time. So if I'm going to be useful, I may as well be useful. God damn, I miss baths though. Ratan promised me a spa day, I want you to know that. I didn't get it on paper because I'm a fucking idiot, but she did promise it.
I know
You
where
can
it is.
pretend you're my witness.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we can go.
True. True. It's a bit weird if two guys go to a spa though, is it no?
No. Rax is genuinely like, no, definitely not.
Alright, whatever you say.
He's gonna get back to work, finishing getting the rest of the gore off the ship as much as he can.
Davari doesn't really bother you the entire time unless you speak to her. The crew, our crew, They do their job. They go about securing things, cleaning things up, chucking birds over the edge of the ship, the usual, the daily, and then start repairing or trying to repair the ballista, so that it is functional again. But it's pretty bashed up.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it'll be very functional, at least not for a while. But beyond lunchtime, you do find your way down to cargo hold, what is essentially the cargo hold of the ship. Bastian is not on the bed. Sorry. Where you will find Rattan. I'll pull you down to the later part of the day. You see where Ling's current token is where there's like a pile of blankets that looks kind of like a nest. Where you can easily assume that Lin has been sleeping. But yeah, you find Rattan. You walk in, you find Rattan on the bed, book pose. I will put your token on here just shortly.
Yep.
There you are. No, that's jam layer. Got that. Yes. Rattan, you've spent most of your day. It's probably close to evening by the time that Rax comes downstairs.
That's fair.
No one has bothered you at all the entire time you've been down here. Not even
she's probably lost track of time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like you're in your head without being in your head.
She's in her head without being. This is literally like I need to just like not do anything and not brain and just completely lost track of her day.
She went into her nothing box.
Literally, yeah.
Mhm.
Like you're not even sure that anyone's home.
Rax is gonna knock on the door because he followed the directions, but he's still not certain. So
there's a pause and then it's open.
Opens it. All right, so I did get the right door. Sweet.
She's like glancing up at you over the top of the book that she's reading and just slowly turns the page and slides her eyes back down. You hear the crinkle of a wrapper. She shoves a piece of chocolate in her mouth. Like absently, like totally like I'm distracted and just putting it in my mouth, but like not actually registering.
Right. So he's probably covered in shit from working. So he's gonna change, but he's gonna like when he summons his thing, he's gonna try and like position one of the doors so she doesn't have to watch him change. He's being respectful because she was here first, so he's gonna like, all right.
You're not even sure she noticed. Like if she hadn't looked up, you wouldn't think she knew you were in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, so he'll probably like position it on this wall or something like that so that he can change out of the bloody clothes that he has on. He's gonna walk over, take a seat. Is this a seat or is that just a... Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big heavy stool.
Okay. He's...
You sit down, she flicks her eyes up, flicks them back down.
Just want to reiterate, I'm sorry I disappeared.
She glances up at you. There's like no change in her expression the entire time that you've been in here. It's just very blank. No hard feelings. Looks back down at the book.
He just kind of like sits there for a little bit, trying to gauge if that's not actually what she meant when what she said.
You can roll an insight. You can always roll an insight. I mean, yes.
And she's just idly, like, every now and then you just hear the rustle of the page as she slowly turns it. You know, normally when someone's sitting in the corner of a room while I'm reading, it's because they need something.
Don't really need anything. I'm just trying to gauge if you're okay, but you don't seem like you wish to be disturbed. Which I can go. I mean,
There's a very heavy sigh, and you see her kind of like look off to the side, roll her eyes maybe at herself, mutter something under her breath in Celestial, and then closes the book and puts it in her lap. Puts both of her hands on top of it. You don't have to go. If you need something, I'm here. If you want to talk, I'm here.
don't take the words that I was gonna say before I say them. And there's like a twinge of an attempt at making a joke, but not sure if it's gonna land.
Her expression doesn't really change. There's maybe like a twitch of one eye.
So what happened while I was gone? If you want to talk about it.
There's a hesitation where you see that she's not hiding it well. She's definitely uncomfortable with the question. She's kind of like looking around as if for something to look at that's not you. And then kind of, taps the book in her lap a few times before like tossing it next to her on the bed. Oh, we got attacked by a dragon last night and lost a crewman in that fight. Dropped it somewhere between here and Valormir.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Plus side, not afraid of fire anymore. She's kind of picking at one of the threads on the comforter idly.
Oh, that's good.
Sure.
Do you know what happened to cause that?
Something flying through its territory. I don't pretend to understand creatures that I didn't even think still really existed until recently.
I mean, as far as I know, the territorial makes sense.
Yeah. A face full of acid got that point across.
Ooh. Would Rex know what it narrows it down to, given that information?
Rex would have... I mean, like, he would know that there are dragons who could do it. It's definitely something that they can do. He would know that... He would have, like, a couple of guesses at best.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't be extensive knowledge.
Yeah, it was just
But
purely just based on like where he started growing up. That was the only
It
question.
wasn't. I mean, like there are dragonborns where you grew up, where you were
Right, but I didn't
born.
know if that would like play into it. That's all I was.
It's not they don't teach the history of dragons 101 at dragon school. You know? You don't have traditional schooling where you were born, and you also weren't there for very long. And they're definitely not going to teach you the history of dragons 101 in the Feywild while you're getting drunk, high, and various other things.
It's fair.
So you're aware of, you know dragonborns that can do it, so, or you know of at least, but so you can have like a rough estimate association, but you're not going to know like the mannerisms or alignments, or you're not going to know in depth, but you would know like a potential scale color at best.
She kind of picks up her book and starts reading it again in the silence that ensues.
Beaver is going to hop over and find the chocolate you've been eating and steal a piece.
She lets it go. She doesn't even react.
And she just kind of sits there on the bed and kind of looks between you and Rex. Doesn't say anything.
It's good to see you too.
Did you eat anything since this morning, or no? If you've been down here.
What time is it?
It's probably close to dinner time. A couple hours out.
Yeah, she's asking him.
I'm helping him.
Yeah, I know.
Stomach says about dinner time.
Then no. No, I haven't. She kind of glances back down at the book, as if that doesn't really seem to bother her right now.
Do you want me to go get you something?
If you feel like I'm not terribly hungry.
Okay. I'll get up, grab her some food, put it down, and...
Yeah, it's like 2 decks up.
Yeah.
There's like, it's very, very basic, for the most part, other than the fact that like they have now started using the meat harvested from the giant bird. So like what was originally just like really watery slop is now like more of a hearty like more like a chicken soup, with like the remainder of their vegetables. They've got like carrots and potatoes and things in it, and a little bit of cream. There's like sandwiches, like chicken, what would essentially be like chicken sandwiches, with lettuce and tomatoes. They've got things like they've got very, very, very little to no vegetarian options, but you can see when you're up there on the chopped on the menu board, they've got salad haphazardly written at the bottom now, which definitely wasn't there before, judging by how new the chalk looks compared to everything else. And then there's just like dry crackers, cheese, very, very simple. Fruit munchies, if you will.
Yeah,
And
he's
you
just
see
gonna,
most people are eating soup.
He's just gonna grab some, bring it down to her.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna eat quietly over on the chair that he's at, and kind of just...
You
take
start
your time
eating
relaxing.
in the chair, like in your lap with like your tray, and after a couple of minutes, she's just... You're not in detention. You don't have to eat in the corner.
Rex wouldn't know what detention is.
Even though he's probably been in it a few times.
Would he remember that though?
From his childhood, probably not.
I
You're
mean,
not a fresh-faced recruit that I've called in to stand in the corner to prove a point either.
I know. I mean, I'm giving you your space if you want to continue reading. I just wanted to make sure you had food.
She closes the book and tosses it in her lap again. What you're being is awkward.
You see a wing come to the forehead of an owl sitting next to Rattan. Just basically face palming.
What did I tell you last time we talked?
Some needs to.
That's a promising start.
No, some needs to remember that.
Which talk are we talking about?
For the DM,
Uh-huh.
the one in Marinalak after, or no, the one in Kikabian after we find out that he died.
I don't remember that one either. Shit, sorry. Some sorry. Brax would remember it better. It's a bit more recent to him.
If you would like to give some a refresher.
It was about how subtleties and silence were not working for her with previous relationships, and she told you that if there was something you wanted from her, you were better off being direct.
Got it.
So if you're going to just sit in the corner and eat your dinner off a stool like you're in trouble and make things awkward, I would ask that you don't, because I don't have the capacity for it today.
Okay. Just wanted to let you know I do feel bad for disappearing. That's all. My main thing.
I said no hard feelings.
You both hear in your heads, to be entirely fair, it was kind of my fault he disappeared anyway, so if anyone should apologize, it's me.
She literally just points down at Frisia.
I'm kind of sorry, but also not sorry.
Again, no harm done. You had a place that you needed to protect. He's part of the package. He goes. I get it.
That's one way to put it. Dragons, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is that really why you're down here moping?
I never said it was. She picks the book back up again.
Papers kind of gives you like a, as if to pick up after her.
Well, what happened?
She closes the book again. This time puts it, like, more out of reach. Like, you can tell that she was putting it down to be polite before. Now she's actually realizing that she has to commit to the conversation, so she sets it down. Laedir showed up this morning on the ship. There was... There's a lot going on right now. But we have a lead, and he has asked me to, well, not asked me, but we are being directed to keep going to the Obsidian Vale. He let us know what he was looking for, and probably one of the most uncomfortable conversations of my life. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay. So what's in the Obsidian Veil?
The Keeper of Celestial Records. Who apparently has information for Leodir and myself. Leodir wants to know how he died. The first. This is.
He died the first time, you say? No, this is me asking to... Cause...
Apparently that's the information that the Keeper of Records is going to have for him.
Oh. Did you know that before, that he had died?
Yes and no. I would assume that he wouldn't mind me telling you since he said it in front of Cassidy and Lynn before, but my assumptions with him have been kind of widely off the mark lately, so... There are beings like him that did not start out as Deva. He lives multiple, well, I suppose the term would be reincarnates. He reincarnates at unspecified times when a life is, I guess, over or used up. We've never really talked in depth about it. And normally that wouldn't matter, but apparently I am nosy as fuck. So here I am. My words, not his.
Like it's gonna happen again soon, or that wasn't a question, or...
Wasn't a question. And I don't know. I would hope that if it was, I'd get a heads up on that, but...
Right.
So... Here we are.
Was it that conversation that kind of set the morning off not in the best way?
Being woken up to my fiance near spontaneously combusting on the experimental airship that is carrying me back home, and then having a very tense, very emotional conversation in front of people about where we stand with each other, yeah, kind of put me in a bad. He will be absent for the next few weeks until we get to the Obsidian Veil. He needs some time.
is this Obsidian Vale?
About a couple of weeks. I believe it's northeast of Marinlac.
It's technically directly north from it because it's, yeah, directly north.
Okay. About 2 to maybe 3 weeks normally from north of Marinlac. Incidentally, I'm pretty sure that that was one of the locations marked on Reuben's map.
Okay. What? Was there anything at that church cathedral thing that we were heading to?
There was a lot, but should probably wait for Cassian just so that he can fill in on anything that I probably forget or don't understand because magic.
Gotcha.
And I don't know how long he's going to be with his study buddy.
Hey, Cassian, that could be the rest of the trip, so
For the record, when you went upstairs, you saw Lynn playing cards with the rest of the crew in the mess hall. You didn't see Cassian, but Lynn would be able to tell you that he was still studying at that point. But Lynn poked his head and told Cassian dinner would be ready. So Cassian will be eating at some point.
okay.
And then after that, who knows? But he's easy to find if you need.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's not very many places you can go on the airship, but it's Cassian. He has teleportation magic. Who the fuck knows?
I was gonna say that, and
Right.
Rex also doesn't know if he can still have the hippogriff back.
Yeah, don't know.
He doesn't know the extent of that either. So
Oh, by the way, I should have stated for the record, her wings are not out. Like, as soon as she hit below deck, they were back in. I'm not fine. I probably won't be fine for a while. But I'm managing. I'm gonna ask you not to push. If I need you, I'll come to you.
that's what I was gonna say. If there's anything I can do within my power, I will. But I know
Undo my mistakes? That's a hefty list.
I don't think I could do that. I don't think I can undo anybody's mistakes.
Technically speaking, I could. And you hear this both in your head. But I'm gonna say no before you ask me.
Probably for the best.
Oh yeah, I like using high level arcana to manipulate that sort of shit. Fuck that. You learn from your mistakes. That's what they're there for.
I know.
Mistakes I
I
erase or
just-
death.
I'm
And
just
a couple
not
of other things.
sure what lesson I'm supposed to be learning right now. So, I need to take some time to figure that out.
I'm not gonna pretend to know your personal life. That's all I'm gonna say.
Frankly, just having 2 people right now out of our group that can say that is comforting. considering it got aired out in front of everybody else.
Did it help?
No. Maybe, I don't know.
Did it get worse?
I don't know.
Did it get better?
Not that I can definitively tell.
Okay, you're just as usual.
She just kind of gives like a very tired look.
God, I've never really seen you deal with emotions. So, is the
don't.
word. Evidently. Like, all I'm saying is if you're just gonna sit here with your nose in a book and dwell on things, nothing gets better.
Nothing I can
Nothing.
do.
I mean, there is. You could, like, draw or throw paper airplanes off the side of the boat. See how far they go.
Rax is very interested in that idea.
Or, I don't know, fly a kite made of paper and sticks.
You know,
Pencils, probably
the
pencils.
paper airplane thing actually sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, why not? You can draw little pictures on the wings.
Not quite, but I appreciate the idea. I'm gonna go see if I can track down some. Yeah. She get up, grab her jacket, and start heading toward the door.
I mean, Rax is following you because he wants to make paper airplanes as well.
I mean, like, there's parchment and stuff in your room, so you can take, like, a stack with you. There's, like, a stack. There's, like, think of what would essentially be, like, a small pad of parchment, but not as neatly put together as modern-day notepads.
Okay.
There's a wad of parchment down here.
Okay.
Because they might need to make, like, extra notes for
Well,
things.
then they can be pissed at me for throwing paper off the side of the boat. I will
Yeah.
reimburse
There's
them
also
for their
a
stack
box of
parchment.
crayons. There's a box of crayons.
Rattan
Rax is
doesn't
gonna
need the
take mental
crayons.
note of crayons.
Yeah, Rattan doesn't
Continue
need
it.
the crayons.
Because he was working with just ink over.
So yeah, I'll take
His
I'll
finger
take the-
painting.
I'll take like half the
Okay.
the sheaf. Like I still want to like leave it in here because like I don't
Yeah.
want to like you know.
Yeah.
But she'll take like a healthy amount and she'll start heading back up to the top deck of the ship.
Mm-hmm. Let me put people where they would be. This is the wrong layer. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. You know when a layer doesn't load in because you haven't been on it for a while?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm having that difficulty right now. I need a rack token. That's what I need. I was like, where's Rex? Oh, wait. If you guys want to go pee, you can go take a 10 minute, 5-10 minute.
We'll be right back.
While I set all of this up. I need snack. I'm gonna go get a snack.
Oi.
Oh,
Come here.
hell yeah.
You get kitten.
Meow, 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 meow.
So cute.
She's so tiny.
Ah, it won't be that long for. It won't be that way for long.
I think she's already grown quite a bit since we got her. Because I could like hold her in one hand. Now it actually does take two.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Now you're going fighting for fingers, huh?
Yeah, Persephone came downstairs, proceeded to yell at me. Like, I went to give her attention, went to give her a cuddle, she ran away. And she stood in the doorway and yelled at me, and I was like, what the fuck do you want from me, child? I give you love, you run away. I don't give you love, you scream at me. You've got, like, 3 more hours until you get fed. Like,
Why can't it be now?
chill your ass out. They also discontinued the food we used to give them for breakfast, so we're having to do, like, a food change now.
Ugh.
And it's going better than I thought it was gonna go, I'll put it that way.
Not being as snooty as you were expecting.
Well, so the brand that we used 2 different brands. We've got one that's for dinner and one that's for breakfast because they were getting bored of their breakfast food, so they were stopping eating. So we changed over a while ago, and now we've just started using the same brand, but a different type of it for their breakfast, and so far so good. But the problem is, Belle doesn't like chicken. Cat food is all fucking chicken.
It's either chicken or salmon or something. So yeah.
Yeah, so tomorrow they're trying chicken with pumpkin because they're fancy bastards.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be a pumpkin spice girl. She is just staring me down, just kneading her fluffy bed.
Anyway, you, Rattan and Rax head up to the middle deck. Around about dinner time, a little bit after. What would be considered your dinner time, but crew's dinner time is actually earlier. And the sky is honestly beautiful. There's a sprawling of stars. The moon is just gorgeous. Cassian is up front, sitting reading a book. You also see Chrissy, who has a long piece of parchment, like with half of it folded over one arm. She has what looks like a quill tucked behind an ear, and she's just looking out over the ocean of clouds, basically. You have no idea where Lynn is. Rattan, you see, who you know as the first mate, in their usual place. And the standard array of crew doing crew things. You would see the other tieflings maintaining the single loop that is around the ship at this time of night, with the gentleman at the back of the ship, who is, as usual, sitting on the railings, with the 2 guards outside the captain's quarters, and the doors firmly closed. You have a wad of paper. The sky is clear.
Sheaf of paper.
The winds are great. Gentle breeze.
She's just gonna... Oh, I am still dragging the map. I'm not clicking on myself. That's the 3rd time I've done that today. She's just gonna kind of, I don't know, park it, I guess, like here-ish. It's probably a good spot as any. Now I'm trying to drag the map and I'm highlighting. God, I'm a mess. Yeah, I'll just go up to the front of the ship. Up there.
Yeah, you see Cassian nosing a book. Cassian, you know Rattan's footsteps, so you'd know she was coming up onto this deck. Just from your general passive.
And as soon as I was clear of the hatch, my wings were out.
Okay.
Cassian like looks up and gives like a wave.
You get a very small from her.
Rex has a little bit of an excited look on his face. And with a wave in response.
And walk over, like sit down so that, like sit down on the deck, just like unceremoniously, just like sit down, like cross-legged. She's going to pull her mask off and use that as almost like a paperweight to like keep the sheaf down. Because that's the heaviest thing I've got, like my insignia is not gonna do it. So, and she just starts slipping out pieces of paper and folding them into very rough paper gliders.
Make me a dexterity check with advantage.
If I could figure out how to. There we go. That's a 16.
They're pretty decent.
Okay.
They're not your like 5-year-old version of a paper pen.
Right.
There's like
Right.
proper creases and like the right
Right.
shape and
She's
better.
smarter than she's smarter and has like more like spatial awareness than she did when she was a kid.
But there's also the fact that she probably did it a lot as a kid.
Yeah. They're not allowed to do in your home by yourself. But yeah, she seems pretty decent at these, even if absent-minded while doing it.
Rex will take a piece of paper and try and make a couple of decent ones himself.
You can roll me one with just straight.
I am fully expecting it to go horribly, and I'm excited for it. Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah, these are worse than the 5-year-olds take on them. They're the ones where the half isn't even properly folded in half. It's like slightly off. The wings are all the wrong shape. Like he's more excited and hurrying to get it done than he is focusing on actually making it fly.
Whereas Ratan's like using the whole process as a cathartic thing. And then she picks up the first one when she finishes it and just... There's like that brief pause as she's just kind of holding as if she's thinking about something and then lets it go.
I mean, you let it go, it soars off the edge. It does that thing where it does like it flies a little bit and then it starts to nosedive.
Yep. She just
And then
watches
it
it
just-
as it goes.
And it just disappears into the cloud line.
Pulls out another piece of paper, starts meticulously folding another one.
Rex takes his, it does the meow.
It does
doesn't
the
even
thing.
go all the way.
It does a thing when you throw it as a kid and it just hits the floor in front of your feet. It doesn't even fly. It goes, and you hear the disappointing like the paper smacking against the wood, and then like the just like it falls limply off the side of the boat.
Finishes her second one. Does the same thing where there's a hesitation. And lets it go. Starts folding another one.
Rex is gonna take his time on the second one.
Yeah, you can roll me another check. Much better. You're watching the process a little bit more closely now.
It's like kind of copying slightly, but like he gets the crease maybe a little bit better purely because he's got like the dragonborn nails.
Oh, you fold that part back.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh.
And give it a fair old heft off the edge. It goes a little bit further. And then it starts its slow descent. And then it starts to, like, they both start to, like, they start a slow descent, and then there's a bit where they catch it, and suddenly they're doing that spinning thing and falling. You're not sure if they're hitting the bubble that Rax hasn't noticed yet, or if they're just catching some kind of bad wind.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious if they're just hitting the bubble and just... I hope they stay inside the bubble too, because that's gonna be hilarious if we show up to Meridilac with just 57 paper airplanes.
Varying degrees of quality.
Mhm.
Because Rax, this time it's gonna be the 5 again. I'm almost positive. Because he's like, I know how to do it now. Damn it, looks like shit.
We're gonna get to Meridilac and Solaris is gonna be like, I know exactly which ones are yours. I thought you broke this habit.
At the corner of your eye, Cassian, you can't help but see it because your passive is so insanely high, and because you know they're there and fucking around. Like, you can't miss, like, every plane that goes over the edge is just in your peripheral. So you're seeing every single time they throw one.
I'll
Unintentional gremlin.
I'll take out one of my papers of the many that I have, and I will make an paper airplane.
Okay, so Cassian can do this one of two ways. You can either do a sleight of hand, or you can do a general, like, I'm gonna say a general intelligence check for, like, aviation purposes.
We'll do an intelligence check for aviation purposes.
This is the kid who draws a freaking
And
like,
with
algebra
with I was gonna say,
equation.
with advantage.
Alright.
But yes, there's all the numbers and the graphs floating across.
Yeah, and it's like, no, this is like the perfect aerodynamic paper airplane.
Yeah, you get a very, very good, very, very well folded, like, very thin, pointed at the front, and like the wedged wings and everything, just from the sheet of paper that you have.
Cassian knows to lick some of the creases in the right way so that it folds even more.
Mm-hmm. Yours looks like it's built to fly.
I'll just I'll toss it down towards where they're at.
Oh boy.
Rex, roll me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
+4.
Whoa.
You just catch at the side of your eye this object coming towards you, and you like take the step back and watch phew, across past you, and like land just next to Rattan.
Rax inspects it in pure awe.
Yeah, she notices it land next to her, and then you see her kind of like crying around you to look over where Cassian is. She just gives you a very... It's not like, you know, and Rax and Cassian both seen it, like her genuine smile, like when she's enjoying herself, it's very much so like a, hey, thanks. Doesn't fully reach her eyes, because, you know, still sad girl on the inside, but she appreciates the gesture made. Starts folding up another paper airplane. Throws that one. And when she throws it, she jolts herself just enough that it's like just enough that the motion jostles her, that the tears she's been trying to hold in slip out. She doesn't say anything. It's just like she's not actively like sobbing. It's they're spilling down her face. Picks up another paper airplane, and even while they still keep coming down, just keeps going.
Rex, he'll like catch your eye at one point if you, like when you look up to go and throw the next one. and he'll
She does not make eye contact.
at all.
She's just focused on whatever it is she's doing. So every time she looks up, it's straight on where she's gonna throw that paper airplane and then right back down to the next one.
Rax isn't gonna pry. He's just gonna do the same thing. Keep throwing his airplanes as well. Trying
Peeper's
to
just gonna. Oh, sorry. Continue.
poorly trying to mimic Cassian's airplane that's still sitting on the ground. Rax is trying to like copy it, but failing miserably.
Peeper's just gonna grab the airplane that Cassian threw and hop it back over to him and set it down next to him. And then just hop our way back.
I'm gonna make another airplane.
Mm-hmm.
This one will have, I'm gonna put like a little compartment in it. Might be a little bit more complicated.
So this is definitely going to be a sleight of hand thing.
That's fine.
Because it is more complicated. And it is having a compartment in it.
But can I do a sleight of hand intelligence check? Or would you like this dexterity still?
That depends. Are you going for aviation? Like, are you going for flight? Or are you going for technicality?
I needed to go maybe like 20 feet, so not really for flight.
Okay, so it's still going to be, for technicality's sake, a sleight of hand standard.
That's fine.
Because Cassian can make them fly. It's just, like, aviation's sake is how well it flies.
I'll chronal shift that.
You still have intelligent inspiration.
Oh, I do. I'll use inspiration. I haven't used it yet today.
No, you have inspiration.
Much better.
Not that your inspiration usually works. Oh, your inspiration did help! Yay!
It worked. It worked.
Yahoo! Yeah, so you get a compartment in it. It's not as beautiful as your previous fold, but
Yeah.
it's fit for function. I can pull you down if you need to.
Evidently not.
No. And I'm gonna.
And I'm gonna tick it, tick it, tick it, tick it, tick it. And then tick it, tick it.
Okay! Although, that phrase technically doesn't work because, you know...
Yeah. Well, how about this?
Oh, I don't even want to know.
There you go.
Yes.
And I'll just chuck it down.
Are you aiming anywhere specific?
This general area.
Okay.
Wherever it lands, it lands. You can roll a d6 and who it lands next to. 1 and 2 rocks, 3 and 4 peepers, and 5, 6, or 10.
Do you want to? Or do you want me to?
Do you want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
Fern
I'll
needs
roll.
his inner chaos gremlin satiated today.
Do you want to roll a d6 for that?
I rolled the d6.
It was a 3.
It's those
Three.
peepers.
Like, right, it lands at peepers, smack dab, and everybody.
Yeah, so, just a... right next to peepers, and she kind of looks at it. She looks at you. She looks at it. And then she gives you like a head tilt. Questioningly. And in your head you just hear me?
Whoever needs it the most. Or wants it the most.
She makes like a hoot noise and a general flapping to get both Rax and Ratan's attention. Because she's trying as best she can to act like a bird right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like kicks the paper airplane that just flew over.
This seems to jar Ratan out of whatever cathartic process she's been going through, and she kind of wipes her face and just... yeah.
Rex just puts one finger on it, slides it over to Ratan. I'm assuming that was being sent to you.
Assumptions are dangerous things. Puts her hand on it, pulls it over, starts opening it up.
You open it up, you find like a little bead in it, similar to the one you were given earlier. And it just says "message a friend" on the inside of the sheet of paper.
Sorry, I'm struggling.
I can take 5.
I'd like to give Fern player inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
She's holding it better together than I am, because I'm a softie. She's just gonna lean around Rax again, and she's just gonna mouth, "Thank you."
Back to reading my book.
Is it a specific book?
If they let me take out that, if I didn't finish that, was I able to finish any of those books that we had?
If you're getting like full details from it, like in depth, then not in that sitting.
Yeah.
If you're taking notes and retaining, then not in one sitting.
I'll keep working on that first book.
Yep. So, I mean, because she's there, she doesn't mind.
Yeah, I guess if it was allowed, I would keep working on the first book. If it
Yeah.
wasn't, or if it's like too much of a hassle, just keep reading my celestial one.
She's there. What you notice the more that you look to this, on the inside of the main cover of this book, I'm going to send you a DM because there is a name.
Okay.
That's written on the inside.
Give me the claws.
The inside cover of the book.
Does that last portion ring any bells or not?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's not a specific name that you've heard of.
Well, the first name I know.
Well, yeah, the first name you know, but like that's it's the full name.
Yeah.
It's the full name. You don't know the family name.
Cool.
But yeah, like she's there. She doesn't mind. She's also there for you to ask. Like she's been there the whole time for you to ask questions. But currently she is doing her job because the stars are out.
Yeah. Let her do her job.
Yeah, but you can tell like this book is something that she's taken care of. There's very little creases or anything, like there's no dog-eared folded pages. There's no, like, the only creases that are really on it is on the spine from just reading it and opening it a lot. There's no even like so much as like a finger mark from like having some grease on her finger. There's nothing. It's a very well taken care of book.
I'll just use Mage Hand to flip the pages.
Flip the pages. Yep. Third hand. One for holding, one for taking notes, the other for flipping it.
Exactly.
Yep. But yes, Ratan has a bead.
Well, I think I have a limited time to use this, so I should probably go do that.
Got an hour.
Thanks, Rex. I haven't done that in a long time.
Oh. Hope it helps. Very least.
Maybe. Trying to let go of things. I'm gonna go use this. And she starts heading back downstairs.
As you go down, there's a standard guard outside the door. You know which door I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem fazed by your presence because you're not approaching. But other than that, it's mostly just the creaking of the ship that you're hearing at this time of day. You do hear the laughter as you're getting sort of to the middle of the deck towards the first hatch. You hear the laughter from the mess hall.
Mm-hmm.
Evidently, there's something going on that a lot of people are involved in down that hallway. You do hear Lynn's laughter as well. They seem to be having a good night.
She smiles in spite of herself. It's the same thing where, like, when she wasn't in the mood to hang out with the boys, but she was glad that they were at least having a good time.
Yeah. And yeah, just the general creaking of the ship that you're hearing. The metal of all the lanterns as the ship's gently rocking. You're hearing, like, the clanking of all that sort of thing. And the sound of the flames from the oil that's been lit in them. To keep the ship as bright as it is, especially going down because in the storage hold there are no windows down there, whereas in all the other levels there are some kind of window that looks out into the clouds, and you find your way down as far as you want to go.
I'm just going back to the room.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's about what time is it?
So it's probably at this point about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. You gather, but telling time up here, you're going on your body clock rather than the actual clock, because telling time up here is really weird.
Mm-hmm.
But just from, like, the feeling of your body clock and judging on how tired you are based on the day that you've had, you know that it's towards, like, the later end of an evening, beyond dinner time, but not quite a time where people are settling down for the night.
Right,
So,
not
like,
quite like unacceptable time to call somebody's home line.
yes, yes, you get the gauge that it's late, but it's not late. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
If you would like to use the bead just now, you're more than welcome to.
I am going to before it gets too much later. Because the person I'm going to be messaging do be kind of old and might need they sleep.
Vern, were you saying something?
Yep, because I'm muted. I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I feel you there.
Yeah. This movie is like killing me. That and hacking sucks ass.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Like, I really wish I might have to just like work a half day tomorrow, just because like I need to pack. I have like my closet almost done, but like I need to start packing up my like computer and all that shit.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a tomorrow project since you don't gotta play.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I know.
tomorrow.
I waited till the
Tomorrow's
last
Wednesday.
minute for mine.
Yeah. And thankfully tomorrow is Wednesday, and then I have Wednesday and Thursday to like finish up, and then like the movers are they will be here Friday morning.
Oh.
Yeah, like I'm packing moving this Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
are
yeah.
they? You're not moving. Are you moving that far away, or?
I'm moving like maybe 30 minutes from where I currently live.
Okay.
I'm
It's gonna be
getting out
same day
of
delivery kind of stuff. Like they pack
yeah,
it up, pick it
yeah,
up, bring it to wherever you're going, unpack it.
yeah. So like they're coming to my place, and then they're going to my girlfriend's place, and then we're going to the house, or
Oh, okay.
moving into a house, which
Nice.
is yeah. Well, it's my girlfriend's mom's house, but her mom is moving out of the house. So the house is for us. Like we're paying like realistic
Renting it.
rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're paying real like decent rent, not these inflated rents
Oh my
prices.
god. My old apartment, apparently it like they added another grand on top of it. And my roommate
Fuck
was
that.
like, yeah, the singles in the same place, because the one that we had was like
Mhm.
the big double because we wanted the extra space.
Yeah,
Apparently the singles are now the same cost as the big doubles. Which is like
it's highway robbery.
it is. It's ridiculous.
So there's time where Ratana's not there, where Rex, Peepers, and Cassian
I'm
are on
gonna
the deck.
go get Kleenex
Yeah.
really quick.
Uh-huh. Where they're all on the deck. With the 10 gone. If there's anything you would like to discuss or talk about or do, throw paper wads at each other.
Yeah. How was your journey, Rex?
Is Cassie using message or is he going over and speaking?
I was using message. It can't be asked.
Understandable.
Rack's still kind of like making paper airplanes because now he doesn't have to go up and get closer so we can hear. It's solitary, but retrospect, I guess I kind of needed that.
That's good. Good to have you back. Can't. Not gonna lie, I'm impressed that Freaky was able to get you here on a ship in the sky.
You see his shoulders kind of like bouncing a little bit, like he's chuckling. And he points at where his book usually is on his side. I don't know if she can like kind of have a tether to you guys because of this, but that might have helped. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. As much as I needed it, I don't like being alone for very long.
At least you have Frasier with you. That's not alone. What are you talking about? Alone with like regular humans. Humanoids.
What you would assume he is kind of like enough time where your message wouldn't activate. He kind of is quiet, and then you see him make the motions for him to cast it. This time it was alone. She was busy, so
Oh, it's very cool. Hope you're not alone again. We have a long journey, all of us.
sorry, cat sounds. Messages back. Yeah, seems like we got pretty far to continue going too. So
Yeah, we do. Should be an interesting journey, though. There's gonna be. We're going to a place that is restricted library section worthy.
There's another bouncing shoulders. You must be excited about that.
Excited for the adventure and what we'll learn for sure. Hopefully no more fucking fights. This ship has taken a beating between dragons and giant birds. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I heard. I don't blame you for being exhausted. Glad I was here to help for this one at least.
Agreed. The dragon was a fucking bitch though, bro. Ugh. So much blood. And acid. Ugh.
Did it have anything interesting to say? 'Cause I think
It's just that we were in its territory. Its name apparently was Serval Cool.
negative spelling on that.
It was nasty. At least adults.
So then it was a pretty big one. Jeez.
Yeah. It was.
Glad you guys made it.
Us too. Us too.
Is Rutan coming back upstairs after her conversation? So it's probably about now that you'd be making your way back up and joining the silent conversation.
Yeah. As she's walking up, she tries to catch Cassian's attention and just, gives another wave and another thank you.
Very crooked thumbs up.
And she'll go back sitting next to Rax. She doesn't know where they've been having a conversation, so she's just gonna sit down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think
Rax
it's
will just continue quietly making paper airplanes for a couple minutes.
When you go to make the first one, after she gets back,
Mm-hmm.
you start folding it. she reaches over and promptly plucks it out of your hand and starts folding it herself with the big, like, the smallest of shit gremlin grins. Like, like, older sibling fucking with you grin. Like, fucking do something.
I'm gonna close up my book. I will hand it to Chrissy, if that's the... Yeah, I'll hand it to her. Thank you. Like, walk past the homies. Gonna... What?
Sorry.
The homies.
Just seeing Cassian.
That is now bro and homie in the same episode.
Just seeing Cassian, the vision I have of Cassian saying bro or homies is fucking hilarious to me.
Yo, see Dizzle in the his
I
house.
know. But I'll walk past the gang. I'm gonna head down for a little bit. If there's an emergency, just wake me up.
Well, as you're walking down the stairs, you see Lynn at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
Who
Lynn.
doesn't look as steady on his feet as normal.
Oh no.
Drunk bunny.
Tipsy bunny.
Bunny.
And he sees you coming down the stairs. He's like, Cassian! You're
Sorry.
really tall! I think. Have you always been this tall?
Only because I'm standing up 20 feet.
No. Like normal tall, not just up the stairs kind of tall.
Yeah.
I know you're up the stairs. I'm not that stupid. I've seen you up the stairs before. But you're like really tall.
Yes, I am.
You're like bigger than a normal man tall.
That's what a life in a library will do.
I don't think that's. Did you pick your fit in a grow bag or something?
Some mysteries are better left unsaid.
No, this is something I'm really curious about, and I kind of need the answer.
The answer of how to grow.
How you got so tall? You're like bigger than a normal man tall. Are you secretly like not a normal man? And he's gonna like wobbly hop up the stairs.
Oh, I have been shamelessly eavesdropping on this.
There's nothing he's yelling.
Oh no, I know. And you can see her like every now and then, Rex, like her eyes flick over in that direction and she is highly amused. And you can tell that she's actively listening. Like this is not a thing where she's kind of like, oh yeah, you know, they're being loud. She's like, no, I have to hear all of this.
Rax's hands have stopped moving ever since he heard Lynn down the stairs.
Oh, she's still folding airplanes. She's doing a better job than you are.
Yeah.
So did you like, do you put like platforms in your shoes or like, because I've never seen you without shoes on.
No platforms in my
got
shoes.
lips.
They're pretty flat. They don't have great arch support either.
Well, it sounds like you need to go shoe shopping.
Dude, I should see a cobbler.
Yeah, probably. One of those things.
Yes.
A shoe man. A shoe man.
A cobbler?
Rattan's trying so
Right.
hard. No, Vern, you're right.
Yeah, no, you are.
I know,
He's fucking he gaslit himself.
I'm playing it along, guys. A cobbler.
Rattan's trying so hard not to fucking laugh.
A shoe man. Yeah. See, why do they call them cobblers and then they call pies cobblers too? I don't get it. Cause like, unless they're like fruit pies, and that's just kind of fucking weird. That's really gross. I'm never gonna be able to see them the same way again. Oh, now I'm sad.
Don't be sad.
Ugh.
Well, I could go for a cobbler as well.
Well, I mean, whatever you're into. I'm not here to
I
shame
mean-
you.
A raspberry cobbler would be delicious.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes.
Or a peach cobbler. We're talking about the desserts now.
Evidently.
Yes.
Aye.
You alright, Lynn?
Oh, fucking peachy.
You rode a giant bird into battle.
Yeah, and then it almost killed me, so I'm not really sure how I sit on the fence with Sebastian at the moment, but, like, he kind of just, like, disappeared and let me fall to my death, and then he turned me into fucking dragon, and I don't know how I feel about that shit either, because, like, fucking, how does a rabbit go to being a dragon and then being back to a rabbit again? I really don't get it, and then there was, like, a voice in my head, and I really didn't understand what the fuck was going on with that, because I had no idea what the fuck was being said. And then you're over here telling me that, like, you can suddenly poof people into dragons? And then I'm like, did that really happen? And then I'm like, does that make me like the dragon that, like, we knocked off the boat the other night? Does that mean people are gonna harvest me for my bits?
Um,
Do I have to go down and tell my doctor or whatever that I'm, like, part dragon now? And tell him that my blood's valuable, so if I die, you can get away.
you know,
Can I spit fire?
I could turn you into a dragon that does.
And you can see for a moment he's thinking about it. He's like, nah, probably not, because it'd probably just, like, terrorize everybody on the ship. That'd be a bad idea. See, the last time I did something, like, okay, have you ever done that thing where you go out and get drunk while you're pals, right? And then you go and you do something you're not supposed to do and you kind of fuck Ahin up? It's kind of, I'm the person that fucks Ahin up. And I think turning me into a dragon that spits fire is probably a bad idea on a ship made of wood.
I would agree.
As much as I'd love it, I think.
I mean, I could turn you into a different animal if you like.
Am I not good enough as a bunny, like?
Oh, you are. I thought you said you wanted to turn to dragons, but I can turn into other things too.
No, I never said I wanted to turn into a dragon.
Okay. Sorry, I misheard.
I said I was confused by the fact I was turned into a dragon. I felt all wiggly and shit.
That's one way to describe it.
Have you ever turned yourself into a dragon?
I have not.
You should fucking try it.
You know what? Maybe I will.
It's real trippy. You're
Turn
just like,
myself into a dragon.
like right the fuck now?
No.
Jesus.
Did I give someone a heart attack?
No, your Eamon was showing.
What? Eamon? Who's Eamon? I don't know. Really?
Uh-huh.
What?
His attention then flicks around to the people throwing planes off the side of the boat.
Uh-huh.
And he turns and looks at you and he goes, but I can make one go further than you.
She, like, stops folding the wing of the one that she had just started. Hands it to him. Or
He
holds it
takes
out
it.
in his direction.
He takes it, he scrunches it up into a ball and yeets it off the side. And he goes, I told you I could throw it further than you.
You
Well,
know,
never-
I'm not
you
sure
never
what
s-
I was expecting.
I mean, I don't really make promises or threats that I don't intend to keep.
It's a good thing.
Aye. Most of the time. Other times it gets you into trouble.
But I know it.
Sometimes that's half the fun of them.
She leans forward. What are you drinking?
Don't sniff me! Just because I'm an animal doesn't mean you can smell me like that. It's offensive! How fucking dare you! Sniffing me like you need to give me a bath like a common hound.
Your breath, Lynn.
Nah, don't believe you. Normal people don't just lean in and sniff each other. That's not how it goes.
When I can smell the entire bar wafting off of you.
There ain't a bar.
So turn a phrase, Lynn.
Turn your phrase.
I prefer you didn't.
I prefer you didn't sniff me. So I guess we're both disappointed tonight, huh? Well, at least I know who can throw a paper plane further.
What kind of plane was that? Out of curiosity?
It's called a scunch.
Noted.
Alright. Not all planes are the same shape, you know.
That's why I asked.
Called a scunch. Now all they have to do is just invent one that actually works. Just catapult it through the sky and get there faster than this ship would.
She's like, I think we're going at a pretty decent speed.
Yeah.
Considering, you know, months of travel is condensed into 2.5 days.
Cassian can do it in one go. It's not even a day, it's like a blink. I could sneeze and be there. Is that you? Shit, now I'm in cave in.
Somehow I feel that explaining the practice of maintaining different avenues of trade transport would go over your head right now.
You used a lot of big words. And I lost interest, like, after the second one, I'm not gonna lie. By the way, they're betting money for cards in there.
How much did you make off of them, Lynn?
I'm
That's what I thought.
saying nothing. Rabbit's got a few tricks up his sleeve, and he kind of like cracks his knuckles. That's what they get for cheating, the fuckers.
Which one was cheating?
Oh, go in there and find out yourself. Secrets of the table, stay at the table.
Which she knows.
You should try to fleece them for all they're worth.
No, I pretty much did, to be honest with you.
Lynn.
What? One guy started betting with meal tickets. It was quite funny.
Lynn!
What? He used all the gold first. I took him for those. I didn't take him for his food.
Okay,
I have a little bit of decency.
Oh,
The other guys at the
scared me.
table, though, fuck that.
Oh.
They can fight among themselves. I don't give a shit. That's why I left the table, partly to come and find you, so you could go and bet on them. Because I know how much you like your cards. You'd be moping around all fucking day.
Resist the urge to just flick him on the fucking nose. I am doing my best, Lynn. I appreciate your support in this trying time in my life.
Ah, you didn't have lunch either. I know these things. I keep an eye on it. But I knew if I came downstairs and bug you, you'd probably rip my ears off. So I fucking left you to your sin.
To my sin? Excuse me.
Yeah, the sin of no eating a good meal.
I think it's the first time anyone's ever called Rattan a sinner. Hang on, we both need to process that for a fucking minute. Because I don't think she knows how to unpack that.
Rattan the sinner, the meal skipper.
Meals are important to Lynn.
Get out of here.
Food is one of the few pleasures he has.
She's actually saying, you know, I don't think I've ever had someone call me a sinner before. That's gotta be a first.
Well, there you go. There's a first time for Ahin. And there will be a day when I won't have to wrestle you to go and have 3 meals, but you know.
Today is not that day.
I know it's too late for that one.
I wouldn't have ripped your ears off.
You could fucking try.
I wouldn't have even tried.
I honestly want to see who would win in a fight.
Could win in a fight? Okay,
You're
let's go
bad.
right now!
No!
Let's go right now! 1, 2,
I will
let's
show
go! And he
you up
starts
if you
like
keep
punching
pushing this.
around. fucking go for it. Sober me up, I'll fight better.
Rex slides back a little bit.
I'm not doing this.
Come on, come at me. I mean, I'm
No.
probably still a wee bit beat up from before, but come at me.
I mean, so am I. That's why we're not doing this.
I've still got a wee bit of punch in me.
That's great. We're also right at the edge of the ship. This is not a
So
good
we'll
idea.
move into the middle of the ship or go down the stairs.
Lynn,
What?
we're not doing this.
You fucking wimp.
Is he gonna fucking kneecap me? This little fucker.
No, he's not. I'm rolling something else.
Oh. I was waiting for him to fucking kick me in the shin.
No, you're sitting down. You can't.
While you guys figure that out, I'm going to go below deck.
Excuse me, you're the umpire in all of this. You said you'd want to see it.
Yes. So let's do it tomorrow morning.
Oh, when I'm right in fighting fit spirit, let's fucking go.
Okay.
Sober and ready. Full spread. Hell yeah.
Oh man. I have to call it here, guys.
Yeah, no.
I have work.
Me too.
Yep. I was going for like the next 10 minutes and calling it.
My tank hit E. My tank
That's
hit
fine.
E.
That's
I'm sorry.
fine. No, don't be.
Oh,
Don't be. You're
I
like
love
10
you
minutes
guys.
away from when I was gonna stop anyway, so.
Yeah.
it's okay. I'm gonna crash now. Let me know what we end up. But
Yeah.
You're gonna end up sleeping. That's where
Yeah,
you're
you're-
ending up.
Okay, perfect. All right.
It was going to be the long rest and calling session.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love you guys. Take care.
Love you
Bernie.
too, Bernie.
Bye.
Hey, Brad.
But yes, for the sake of wrapping the streams up,
Mhm.
it is heading below deck and getting a long rest and waking up in the morning for next session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever that is.
Yeah.
Right, because we can't play on the 18th, right? Because that's when Fern's.
Next, so
Oh, I thought we could. Scheduled one.
Think there- I don't
Well,
know.
there was the 11th, but I don't think we
yeah,
can do that.
so the 11th is a weekend that we can't do because Fern's away.
Right.
Mhm.
He's moving the 4th, or the weekend of the 4th. He's away for the bachelor party on the 11th. The 18th was the 18th and the 25th might be problems for me depending on when my grandfather's birthday is.
Right.
Like, not his actual birthday, but the party for
the
his
party,
birthday.
yeah.
But it shouldn't be a problem, because it's going to be on the Saturday as far as I know.
Okay.
But we'll cross that bridge over there.
Yee.
It'll go on Twitter.
Yeah.
You guys will find out in the Discord.
Yee.
It'll go on Twitter when we know.
Yeah. It'll get lit up on Twitter. It'll get posted in my Discord. We'll make sure that you guys know. All right.
With Lynn potentially having a scrap with you in the morning.
No. She's
Hey,
not
punch the-
interested in fighting the bunny.
Yeah. Might just be a playful fight.
Yeah, like when you're fighting with your sibling in the living room and it's like, no hair pulling, no, you said!
No scratching.
I'm telling mom! Wait, I'm a part of your mom.
Mm-hmm. You're also a sinner.
I know.
Oh my god.
Drunklin is
Which is
fun.
ironic considering, she's atheist.
You can still be an atheist and be a sinner.
Oh no, I'm well fucking aware. Just not by her standards. Okay, cool, that's real cute. You think I'm a sinner. I don't follow your belief system, that's great.
His belief is 3 square meals a day.
Mm-hmm. And Rattan blasphemed.
Nope.
Okay.
Hmm?
Alright, so that's it for Organized Chaos this time. We'll be back. Keep an eye on the Twitter. We'll keep you guys posted. Looking at either the 18th or the 24th? 25th? One of the two. For those who watch Rift Chasers, we are back the 10th and the 17th. I believe the 10th is going to be a little bit later. Actually, I think both of them are going to be a little bit later, so keep an eye out for those. But we'll see you guys next time.